following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-Minute Warning.
Well, look, when they listen to this podcast on Thursday and Friday, guess what they're going to hear? Ooh,
Hey.
that was cold.
Goddamn Don King up in this piece.
Nah, man. Just saying.
AT Don King.
Nah,
But
man.
I mean, you should know Ruben Cole. See how he just told that chick to stop doing whole shit? Like, stop kissing. You see how calm he said it too? Hey, just stop kissing other dudes.
He really did.
I mean,
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-Minute Warning.
welcome everyone to a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. It's your man Ruben, of course, out here in the world of the internet. And of course, always beside me is my cousin, my man, AG.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Well, I was awful like on Wednesday, but I'm good now.
Good. Good. You feeling better?
Yeah, I it's one of those things where you have to, well, number one, I've done it before. So I didn't think I'd have
Okay.
to be back here, but muscle memory. So it's like in the short term,
What?
what do you mean?
I'm confused.
No, I'm getting there.
Okay.
In the short term, I was like, okay, you've done this before, meaning Trump has been president before.
Oh,
And then it was like, okay, you know what to expect. In the short term, ain't nothing to say, because white America being comfortable is a good thing for you. And it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it right now. So from that perspective, I was like, okay, I'm okay. It's fine.
okay. Cool. Yeah, I want to get a little. Once Moby gets on, we'll get a little bit more on that. Don't plan on being on it forever because, like you said, what's done is done. But I think it's just fair that we take our time, since we spend a lot of time on it, to at least take some time to give our thoughts and things of that such. So we will do that a little bit later. But other than that, man, has your week been good?
Yeah. I got a job, which has insurance, and I'm married to the prettiest girl ever. So, yeah, we're good in here.
I mean,
I'm just saying, we good.
what else do we need in this world?
Food.
True. But I figure I could go probably about, I don't know, 2 weeks. Maybe.
2 weeks without food?
As long as I had water.
I mean, you could do it. Don't get me wrong, you can't do it. But
yeah,
I'm just
as long
like,
as you had the water's the killer.
yeah, you gotta have water. You can't live more than 3 days without the water.
Yeah, the water sucks. But the food, I mean, my stomach might growl a little bit. But you know what you gonna do?
Did you lose your job, sir?
I have not.
I'm so glad.
I have not.
Because it's like you can't afford food.
Nah, we not. We not there yet.
I'm so glad.
I'm so glad too. Shit.
Because you have much debt to service, sir.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. There have been times in my life where things have been what they would call questionable.
Yes. I've been there many
But-
times, sir.
But I mean,
You came out on top. Look at you.
I'm still here, and that's winning every day.
Whoa. How you figure you're still here? You came out on top, man. You have,
I mean, I'm
all, you
still
have
here where-
all the trappings of living the dream.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to find. I'm trying to get to that light
What
at
light
the
is
end
that?
of the tunnel. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm living the dream. I think I'm hanging out in the dream, but I don't know if I'm actually living the dream.
Okay, that makes no sense. If you're hanging out in the dream, you're kind of there. What? Okay, first of all,
I don't think I'm living the dream.
Okay, first of all, for the people that are listening to this, we need to define what the dream is, because apparently it's not exactly what I thought. So, what is the dream to you?
To me,
Yes.
That's a very good question.
You never thought about it?
Not deep. Nah, when it's all said and done, I just don't want to be stressed about anything. That would be living the dream to me. Just
Well, you're not living the dream then. Never mind.
Oh,
I'm
God.
sorry. Now that I know how you define it, you are not
Yeah, not
living
close.
the dream.
I mean, there are days where I'm 50% over the dream, and then there are days where I'm under 50% of the dream. But I mean, fully living the dream 100%, nah, that requires some more zeros. That requires some more things that I need to do personally in my life, and that requires a lot more just me, not being lazy.
Usually when you talk with any depth, it always comes back to your laziness. Why is that?
Man.
Is that legit though, or is this hyperbole?
Nah, it's legit. Because don't get it twisted. I personally feel like I'm a pretty good dude. Socially, I'm okay. I'm not like, oh my God, I don't want to talk to you because whatever. So overall, I'm good. There are some things that I need to work on better because I don't really complain about money. One, because that stresses me out. So I don't complain about money. But I understand if I had more money, there are more things I could do that I want to do. And then, of course, just having other things in my life would be cool. But a lot of that comes down to me, buckling down and, tightening up the belt, tightening up the shoes, and let's get at it. Because it's very easy not to do that, especially, it's funny because a lot of married people or a lot of people who have children would look at me and be like, man, you got it easy. Nah, bruh, I don't have it easy. Simply because, in my personal opinion, I have a purpose, but my purpose is only as important as I choose to make it. Because I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no significant other to necessarily answer to. So pretty much, it's almost a blank slate. I get up in the morning. I mean, if I got to go to work, okay, that's one thing that's one thing I have to do. I have to go to work. But theoretically, we were just talking about food. I ain't got to eat. I mean, I need to eat to live. But in the grand scheme of things, if I feel like not eating one day, it affects only one person right now, and that's me. So as a single person, I'm not gonna say man because I don't think that's right. But as a single person with no kids, the stress level is just different. Because if I go out here and I do this, that, and the other, that's because I chose to do this, that, and the other. Not whereas I gotta provide for a family. I gotta provide for my kids. I gotta provide for my parents. I ain't do none of that. Cause I got parents, but they provide for themselves. I don't have, when it's all said and done, anything I get accomplished is 100% because I will myself to do it. Like today, I will myself not to do nothing today. And it was awesome. However, I could have taken today and did some shit that would have made my life better tomorrow. But I chose not to. And because there is really no other outside stimuli that is pushing me to do that.
Understood. Okay.
Everybody's got different things. But when I hear some people like, well, man, you got nothing to worry, you single. Bruh, just because I ain't got to worry about what you got to worry about. I mean, I got to worry about making sure I want to get up in the morning and do some shit. And that's a job in itself. I would sometimes much rather have to do something and look at it that way than, if you don't do this, it won't change your life today. I don't need for some things, I just don't need choices. That's just me. I mean, and some people have made choices, those who are super, when you start doing big shit in your life, you have made that choice to, buckle down and do all that. But then some people regret it later. Well, I didn't have a chance to do this, or I didn't have a chance to do that because I was too busy working. Now, all fairness, there's some times where I'm just like, well, I can't do this because I gotta work. But my life doesn't 1% revolve around work. It can if I let it. But at this time, man, hell no. You know? I think my life revolves around doing as less as possible. But see, I can't be that like that and still expect to succeed. I can't expect that one day I'm gonna get a letter that says, "Hey, here's $5 million. Here you go." You know? But there are a lot of people who do that. Once again, I say it all the time. You know, I realize my limitations. You know, that didn't make me right for having them, and that doesn't make me right for not doing anything about it. But when it's all said and done, the only person I can blame for any of this shit is your boy. I can't blame nobody else. I can't blame the person who walks down the street. Hell, I can't blame the vehicle outside. So, yeah. Enough of that soapbox.
That was a
But yeah.
soapbox? I thought you were just answering a question.
It was kind of long though. I kind of went the scenic route, through Albuquerque and New Mexico.
Okay. What's up, Mo?
What's going on?
How we living, man? How you living?
All right, I was having some mic issues over here, so I've been trying to deal with that for like the last 10 minutes.
Oh, so
That's
that was
cool.
you flashing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I thought we were
Yeah,
having issues. I was like,
Nah. I put him on and he cut himself off. And I was like,
okay.
what the hell?
Because I ain't want to
That's
be
cool.
in and y'all couldn't hear me and I couldn't hear y'all. It was like there was just no sound.
Wow. Okay.
No, that's awesome. And you fixed it, so that makes
Yeah, we good.
that makes you, sir, the man.
Absolutely.
Nah, that just means I restarted my computer. That's like,
You know what? Some people will call technical support and not do that. So I'm just saying.
Exactly.
So you, sir, are the man right now.
You took the extra step and you tried to do some shit for yourself.
Exactly. Ma'am, is
makes
it plugged
you-
in? Oh, my bad.
Yeah. My cable ain't working. Well, your cable box ain't plugged in. How you expect the shit to work? Oh yeah. Maybe I should plug that in. Asshole. Like my uncle used to work for Cox Cable. One day I'm gonna ask him. I want to know what is the percentage of all those calls you got when people just didn't do dumb shit like plug their shit up, or hey, you need a remote control to turn it on.
He actually,
Or-
I'd like you to ask him if how many people say my cable's not working and didn't pay the bill.
Oh man, shit. I'm pretty sure it's more than he'd rather talk about. Yeah, my cable's
I
not
ain't gonna
working.
front, that's been me before, but like that's because I thought it was paid because it was supposed to be on auto pay. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So they
see,
were like,
that's not
"Oh,
your fault though. I'm talking about people who just trifling and forgot they was trifling, and it was like, why ain't my cable working? Oh man,
Well, see,
you gotta pay the bill.
that's why when you call Cox Cable now, before you do anything, we recognize your phone number. We pulled up your account. Your bill is past due. Before
really?
they
It
even
does
do,
that?
yeah, yes sir.
Oh man,
Yes,
I
sir.
didn't know that.
It doesn't matter who you talk to, or your bill is current. Your next bill date is due such. How can we help you today? It's like,
Can we help you pay your bill?
I mean, but yeah, because you got a question asking for all this shit, for something simple. Like, hey, I'm trying to change my plan, or my box ain't working, or whatever. Nah, man, you gotta go through 5.5 minutes of a soliloquy basically telling me if my shit's caught up or not before I can even get to a point, not talk to somebody, but get to a point where I can push a button and I might be able to talk to somebody. Because they don't ask you nothing no more. Oh, we recognize your number. Your account is 222 days past due. That's why your shit ain't working.
Oh, 223 days?
I mean, I don't know. My shit ain't never
That's
been like that.
6 months.
If you call and that's your answer, you ain't getting cable no more, motherfucker. Like, but yeah, nah, man, yeah. But yeah, man, we're just talking about stuff, Moby, nothing crazy.
talk
So,
about stuff." Yeah, sounds great.
yeah, that's
That's what we do up here. We talk about stuff.
We talk about stuff. Such an asshole.
I will not be partaking in any of this, sir. I learned my lesson last week. I want to apologize again for being so harsh. I had to listen to myself being a dick. I'm so sorry.
Hey, man.
Like 100 times.
Everybody's got 100.
I was like, why would you be so harsh to him? So I will not be partaking in those things anymore, sir.
I mean,
You do what you do. That is none of my business.
I mean, it's all good. It's all good.
As far as, I'm sorry, Ruben, I want to say, Mo B, man, look, man, you influenced my life in ways in which you don't even know. But I'm going to tell you one.
Oh, shit. Mo B's an influencer.
He really is.
Dun-dun.
Because I was like, my wife and I were talking about my behavior going forward as far as me being open and harsh about racial relations or whatever at work. And she's like, look, I know you're getting conversations, that's great, but you really need to be careful. And I was like, you know what, you're right. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna start staying out of white folk business.
Staying out of white folk business, man.
I was like,
hey,
where is he?
sometimes you gotta stay out of white folk business.
And I mean, that was a real conversation and that's a real outcome. But I did want to say that is my response, especially after Tuesday. I'm like, I'm gonna just stay out of white folk business. So appreciate you, bro.
Look, man, there's just so much power in minding your own fucking business.
It is.
All day.
It is. They ain't got you on tape if you ain't putting nothing on tape. So just saying.
Speaking of which, I mean, shit. Tuesday happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
By the way, kudos to you, Ruben, because you called it. You were like, because I remember, because I just did the show, and it was just like you were saying that whoever was going to win is going to be a massacre. It's going to be a landslide. And I was like, I heard what you said, and I took note, but I didn't think it would happen. I thought it was going to be tight either way. And then when I saw the results, I thought of you instantly because the beatdown started immediately. And I was like, wow, this is going to be bad. So
Moby said it months ago.
I about to say, like I said it months ago. Shit won't gonna be close, bro.
So Moby said it for the way it happened. I basically was just like, look, whoever wins is going to be bad. And the interesting part about it was by like 9 o'clock, I was just kind of like, that's kind of where I was, man, because I was just like I'm sitting there, I'm watching this shit on CNN and stuff, and I'm just kind of like, I'm becoming physically disgusted. Not really because of, not really because of the votes and stuff or what was happening. It was the manner in which it happened. It was just like literally, man, you can see this shit coming from a mile away. Like Moby said, like this shit about 8:30, because I was at my boy's house helping him do some stuff. And 8:30, I was looking at this, I was like, ooh, this is not good. And then by 9 o'clock, I was really just like, you know what? California kicks in at 10. Everything will probably shift. California kicked in at 10, and nothing else shifted. It was not pretty. And it's one of those things where I really became more disgusted the days after. Because right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Other than the election shit, I usually watch CNN when it's not even an election cycle. I watch CNN, like news, whatever. I can't watch CNN right now because seriously, if I turn to CNN and it says something on the byline about Democrats having to recover from this, bruh, like I turn it because first of all, we're acting like this shit ain't never happened before. Like, cause this shit has happened many of times in elections. It's not like, motherfuckers ain't never got their ass beat before in elections. But it's more or less like, it's like they are completely leaning super hard on the whole why. And I'm just like, I get it. you need something to talk about. But even this is too much for me. Like I've tried to watch CNN. I turned to it about a half hour ago, and I was just like, no. I watched like 5 seconds. I saw the bottom line and I just turned it because now it's just a whole bunch of whining, and I can't do that. Look, you lost, conceded. We moved on. We move on. This ain't the first time this motherfucker's been in the White House. This should be the last time this motherfucker's ever in the White House. Yeah.
One way or the other.
I mean,
one way or the other.
Now, the only thing they're talking about now, they're talking about two things. They're talking about the House, because that shit still ain't decided yet. Surprisingly, it's been 5 days and the shit still ain't decided. So, and it's super close. Which I also said last week, somebody's not gonna get all three. And it's trending, there is no idea where that's trending right now. Because there's still some shit they haven't even called. And I'm just like, bro, like, okay, whatever. So there's that. And then it's just like they're talking about Supreme Court justice. And I'm like, nobody's leaving in the next month. So why are we talking about Supreme Court justices? Because it's not like Biden can elect some, and then on top of that, because that's the Senate. Who's leaving? These motherfuckers are gonna stay there, even if they die on what's the day, the 21st of January. They gonna be there till the 21st of January, and then they gonna probably bow out. They will have to die before then, because right now, because the Senate is in the Democratic control. If something happens to one of them, Biden can get somebody up in there before the 20th of January. So I guess that's what they're talking about. Like, and I haven't heard that any of them are like in the hospitals and shit. So I'm just like, well, we wishing deaths upon the people early or something? What we doing? But, you know, yeah, man.
I think you're missing the point on that. I think what they're saying is there are a couple of them that are older.
Yes.
And here's the thing. They think because they are devout conservatives that they may gracefully bow out now just to ensure a younger person who also is conservative gets put to replace them. Correct. Now that it's a guarantee, pretty much.
Yeah, but what they're saying is if they do it, they have to. So, like if they were to do it tomorrow, Biden could put somebody in there before Trump gets office.
Once again, but what they're saying is, yeah, they could wait 2 months.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like they're talking about it, but because I think on the 21st, we're probably gonna lose 3 people. Because I mean, we got a couple of them, and then we got Trader. So like, you know, I'm gonna. Can we throw a party for that dude? Because I almost don't care who they put in after that, because that guy's the worst. But you know, it's one of those things that they literally gotta hang on. Because just like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, you know, she couldn't hang on, and so Trump was able to put somebody in there before he left office. So yeah, they were talking about that, but yeah, man, I mean, it's kind of over, and yeah, I guess my question is, how long can you talk about all of that? I think you just move on, and I think the bigger question is who's in control of the Democratic Party right now? That's a very good question. It's not going to be the vice president. I mean, my thought is it's going to be Hakeem Jeffries. That's what it looks like to me. But I guess we'll find out in the coming months. But yeah, like, it was sad. Then I went to sleep, watched a little bit in the morning, and now I'm completely over it. It happens, you know, and I think I was telling my older brother, I was like, you know, Trump was talking all that crazy during the election, but then when he won, he's talking about unity. He's gonna prove somebody right and somebody wrong. A group of people right and a group of people wrong. I guess we're gonna find out who. You know, because it's not like he did a whole bunch of shit when he was when he was a president, like a whole bunch of shit he said he would do. He didn't. A lot of that's because he couldn't. But then he did have 2 years when the Republicans ran everything and they couldn't get nothing done, which is amazing to me. But yeah, so what about you, Moby?
I was just kind of getting lost in your simplistic view of what's going on right now. Because in many ways you're right. It's like, you know, there's no reason to just keep talking about what went wrong. But I'm annoyed by it for a different reason. I'm annoyed because there's this thing called accountability and ownership that I think the Democratic Party truly lacks. I want to sound horrible when I say this. Like I want to sound horrible when I say this because I absolutely believe it. The Democratic Party has become too engulfed with feminine energy. And what I mean by that is it's everything is somebody else's fault. Like there is zero accountability. Like the first Wednesday I was hearing how, oh man, America proved that it's still racist and it's sexist. And I was just thinking, I mean, did we need proof of that? We kind of already knew that. Like, I mean, like y'all knew that going in. Yet this still was the candidate you pushed to the front. And then they're like, oh, well, you know, the black male voters let us down. Then you look at the percentage and it's like, nah, pretty much the same percentage as it was before. Oh, well, the male voters let us down. I mean, okay, kind of percentage-wise. No, the fact of the matter is just motherfuckers just didn't vote. There like 17 million less voters. It wasn't that Trump got more of the percentage. It was that more of the people decided, you know what, fuck it.
Yep.
I mean, it was just a big case of fuck it. I just won't show up. And then everybody's like, oh, well, if you didn't show up, it's like you voted for Trump. Yeah, you know, that's a very simplistic view, but I really think it's more of if you didn't show up, it's because you didn't think either one of them could really do anything good for you. Because people vote for themselves. Most people aren't going to the polls saying, I'm going to vote for this candidate for the greater good of society. It's not how people vote. People vote on how is this going to immediately affect me? Just like when you ask people about the economy, how's the economy doing? Man, you can get 300 answers from 500 different people because the economy is about how you feel about money right now. We can put all these statistics and numbers about how we're doing better here and there are more jobs and all this. But if you feel like your money ain't going like it used to, man, this economy is some bullshit, fucking Biden. Which honestly, the next 4 years for me is going to be real magical because like no matter what goes wrong in my life, I'm just going to say fucking Trump. Because for the last 4 years, that's what the Republicans have been doing every time something goes wrong, fucking Biden. And so now everything is fucking Trump's fault, man. I get a flat tire, fucking Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is Trump's fault, bro. I'm gonna keep the same energy, everything, because we keep blaming the president for everything. Like everybody, well, goddamn, inflation is Biden's fault. I'm like, when the fuck did the president ever affect inflation? I mean, can he do things to kind of try to help? Yeah, but he can't really make the shit go up or down. Shit just happens. I mean, that's basically called capitalism. And unless you want the president to stop capitalism, inflation can kind of do what it wants to do. But you know what? Fucking Biden. So, you know what I'm saying? As soon as January hits and Trump gets lost, boy, I can't wait. Everything is fucking Trump, man. Fucking Trump. And honestly, I would be okay with watching CNN if I would just hear one pundit just say the one thing that I have been saying for almost 5 years. Kamala Harris was a terrible fucking candidate. Like I get it, but Trump, no, but fuck that. If you put a terrible candidate across from him, you're not going to inspire people to want to come out and vote. I mean, think about when she actually ran for president the first time. She was the first one that had to bow out of the Democratic candidacy. That means she was the least popular out of the 300, 500 fucking Democratic people that went for president then. She was the least popular. And now 4 years later, we were supposed to just fucking go caping for her because Trump. I get it. I voted for her. I didn't feel good. Hey, look, man, I was flirting with Jill Stein. Not gonna lie to you. I was sitting there. I know the white people were looking at me in that library. I was looking like I didn't know the answer to the final question at the test. I'm just like, I mean, look, I don't want to vote for her because I think I said it, but I said it when Biden and Harris were the people we selected last time. Like, I think they're fucking horrible candidates on wax. I said they're the worst possible Democratic candidates. They won, but hey, I still thought they were the worst. I said nothing positive is going to get done. Kind of feel firmly about that being true. And so I was looking at it this time and I was just like, I won't live with myself if I feel like my vote might have contributed to Trump coming in, winning again. So I voted for Harris. Not happy about it. I mean, I'm just saying that if she would have won, I wouldn't have been celebrating Wednesday. I would have just been like, whew. That's it.
How's that bullet?
So, like I wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have been standing outside of Howard like some of them people going, yeah, my HBCU is winning. Nah, I'd be like, nah, man, I still don't think she's a good fucking candidate. Nothing. I don't know her, but I mean, don't think she was a good fucking candidate. Like even in her concession speak that everybody was like raving about, I still saw all the things that I disliked about her. Like when she said, I called Trump, she was real dismissive. I called Trump, like the body language and everything. I'm just like, man, I just don't, like, you're not showing leadership. You're just showing, you're a salty bitch. Like that's what it just looked like. Like you're salty. And I get it. Cause I even told my wife, look, it's not fair that I don't give her the same grace that I would give any other candidate. But you're the president of the United. You're trying to be the president of the United States. You should be held to a different standard. The one thing that everybody who supported Obama or anybody who just was okay with Obama, the one thing we always said about him was how cool, calm, and almost regal he approached everything. When that person had that outburst when he was speaking, and he just stopped and looked. And he came right back. It was like there was no emotional reaction. That's what I want my president to look like. Not saying male. I'm just saying I want my president to look like they're always thinking, not reacting. Because reacting is not something I want the person who has nuclear weapons at their disposal to be. You can't be reactionary. That's what's so fucking dangerous about Trump, because he's reactionary. I don't care. Let me not say that. It's not that he's racist. It's not that he's sexist. It's not that I don't think he's a good business person. It's not that I hate his hair. It's not that he's a really, really weird shade of orange and untrustworthy skin complexion. None of those things are the things that scare me the most about Trump. The thing that scares me the most is he's irrational and emotional. That's not what I want the president to be. I'm not even talking about policy, Project 2025. I'm not even talking about all that. I'm just talking about, I don't want somebody that's that reactionary. And nobody on CNN, MSNBC, nobody will just say, hey, you know what the Democrats' problem was? They had a fucking terrible candidate. They had a candidate that nobody liked, who was the vice president of a president that has like the worst public rating maybe of the last 40 years. Like, I don't even think George Bush was like Daddy Bush didn't even get this negative appeal. Like people literally hate Biden. And I don't think it's fair that they hate Biden, because I don't think he's done anything that's hate worthy. I don't think he was a terrible president. I just know he was a very boring. Like he doesn't move the needle in a positive way.
Not anymore, anyway.
He never did. He was really just riding that Obama energy, man. Like honestly, like we only know Biden as being cool because he rode with Obama. Like he was cool by proximity.
Well, and that's the thing, right?
And he was very empathetic,
Yeah.
and that's what our country needed in the moment. We were like, hey man, we just had some fucked up shit happen. Like, and we need somebody that's just going to kind of be, you know, that cool uncle. Like that cool uncle that's like, he ain't really in charge, but he understands. He'll listen to you. He ain't your daddy, but you know, he's the cool uncle.
Yeah.
We got the cool uncle for 4 years. Like, didn't shit get done? He ain't pay no goddamn bills. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he was cool. He came and picked you up, took you to a game or two. But he wasn't daddy. He was just cool ass uncle. That's what Biden was. Nothing worthy of the hate that he got from people, especially the other side. Like Republicans act like they hated him. I'm just like, what the fuck did this old dude do? He didn't do nothing to you, other than the fact that he doesn't like your Messiah. Like that's, I mean, that was enough. I guess that was enough. I mean, I'm sorry. All hail King Trump. I'm just saying that's why when you say Trump, you know, Trump, you know, it's the last time Trump can run for president. I'm like, I mean, one way or the other, you're right. I'm just saying, like, I mean, now we're not guaranteeing he's going to leave in 4 years, but he can't run for president no more. And I think he's too. I just don't understand why we haven't really thought about the fact that Trump might be a clone. And he's never actually going to die because they're just going to keep reproducing him. I'm just saying, if Gucci Man could be a clone coming out of prison just because he was in shape, like, you mean to tell me we nobody?
That's Trump was in shape. We had to think differently.
I mean, he's round. He's a shape.
All right.
I mean, honestly, like the big thing about it, I'm with you though. Like, you know, people in mourning, and I'm just like, hey, a lot of the things that like the Project 2025 thing is like are really scary. Like, I'm not trying to dismiss them, but it's like, as of right now, it's all still just a plan. It's not there yet. Like, I don't think it's time to be doom and gloom. However, this whole idea of who the Democratic leader is, Ruben, no, the Democrats need to figure out who the fuck the people are. Not the leader, just who is the actual voter base, because they have completely overestimated like how liberal people are. People as a whole are not extreme liberals.
That's true.
For the last 10, 15 years, masculinity has been attacked. So the idea of masculinity is all toxic. So then when they look at, hey, Trump really got all the voters between 18 and 35. No shit. Because all those dudes have been hearing for the last 10 years how evil they are for being men. Then everything was about gender politics. So what did Trump do in the last couple of weeks? Run all those campaigns about how she wants to pay for prisoners to get their dick chopped off so they can be women. And you're going to pay for it. That's literally what the campaign commercials were. And everybody was terrified. Like, oh no, we can't pay for dudes to get their dicks chopped off. It's like, bro, like, is that really the big issue that's affecting your life? like these single voter issues. I'm like, so wait. You went to the poll. You weren't thinking about the economy. You weren't thinking about global warming. You weren't thinking about foreign politics. You weren't thinking about anything that could like destroy the planet as we know it. Your concern was pronouns. Pronouns were the biggest fucking threat to you when you went to vote on Tuesday. You were just like, hey, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do if I can't say he or she. If I gotta say fucking they or them, man, shit's gonna blow up. I can't do it. But literally, that was the campaign that Trump ran, and the shit worked. And the Democrats are like, but why? Because people aren't liberal. Most people are well in the middle. Most people are firmly in the middle. Like, hey, like, I don't want too left. I don't want too right. I'm just kind of here with it. And while the right and the left are screaming at each other, the people in the middle are just, that's where the 17 million that didn't show up were. They were just like, hey, we just don't want to hear the shit no more. So we going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the 17 million people went to bed early on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? They were stress free. And everybody else, we were looking at the numbers like, I can't believe they keep voting for this motherfucker. That's what most of the Democrats, can you believe this shit? And I'm sitting there going, yeah, I definitely believe this shit. I've been literally saying this shit for years that this is gonna happen. Like, I remember when the first time and Ruben was like amazed that Trump won. And then when he lost, we were like, whew, that guy's gone. And I was just like, no, he'll be back. And Ruben was like, nah, man, I can't see how he can come back. And I'm just like, hey, bro, you're a logical, educated, like reasonable thinker. That is not most of the country. That is not most of the country. And the voters proved it. And the fact that Republicans now get to say, this is a really unifying moment for the country because he won the popular vote. So now they get to ride that popular vote wave. Like, hey, this is a unifying moment for the country because, hey.
Who's the last Republican that won a popular vote? Reagan?
Maybe. I think it's somewhere around there.
Yeah, so it's like...
So it's like, hey, man, you know, the Democrats need to figure out who the actual voter base is. Fuck who's in charge of it. Like, fuck what they need to recover from. It's like, hey, let's pause and actually evaluate, like, how people like AOC are not the majority. That's not the majority of the voter base. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with her ideas other than the fact that some of them are batshit crazy economically. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Here's the thing. I'm not opposed to a utopian society, except when you make it like it can possibly happen. Like, the idea of heaven is great, but somebody gotta die. Like, that's, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Like, it's an old expression, but like some of the liberal things that the far left want to do, it's just like, hey, man, that would be awesome if we could all hold hands and sing Kumbaya and do all that shit, and everybody could eat, and everybody could live in a mansion, and everybody could eat filet mignon and lobster and shrimp every day. How you gonna financially make this shit happen, though? And they're just like, but no, don't give me the buts. Tell me how the fuck it's gonna happen, AOC. Like, that's, I'm not mad at you for wanting it to happen, because so do I. But when does your dream like actually have reality wrapped into it? Like, just, but hey, I mean, hey, she won her election, so that's all that matters. Like, I can't argue her because she won hers. She's won hers. That's how she's in. But yeah, like, the Democratic Party just needs to realize, like, we got to reevaluate who the voters are.
Yeah.
Republican Party does know. Like, everybody was like, hey, Trump is crazy for really doubling down on his base. And I'm just like, is he? Is he? Like, he was saying crazy shit. Like, even Ruben, you were like, hey, the last couple weeks, he was saying crazy shit. And I was just like, yeah, but once again, what did I say? Ain't no such thing as an undecided voter at this point in time. He can say whatever the fuck he wanted. He could have been on the stage with his dick out, just being like, hey, floppy time. And people still would have voted for him. He could have been flaccid penis on stage, double fisting two cocks, and everybody still would have voted for him.
Trump is somebody's drunk uncle.
Sorry, AJ, I didn't mean to take up all the time, but like, I haven't talked about this Tuesday shit all week because I hadn't talked about it. I didn't really watch CNN. I was just kind of like checked out. I looked at the numbers 2 times on Tuesday. First time I looked at them, I was like, oh yeah, this shit over. And I text Rupert. I said, hey, we're about to get the president we deserve. And he was like, what do you mean? And I'm just like, hey, bro. I said, this shit a blowout. He was like, no, man, West Coast ain't kicked in. I was like, blowout. And then I cut the shit off. I woke up the next morning and it was all hell King Trump. And I was just like, oh, this didn't surprise me one bit.
Oh, hell King Trump. All right. Yeah, man. That dude came back like herpes, baby. Shit never goes away forever.
I'm about to say, he didn't come back. Herpes never goes away. This just the second flare up, baby. That's all that is. Just a flare up.
What you got, AG?
No, everything you said. Because on this show, I told both of y'all this was going to happen, or could have had a good chance. I didn't say it was going to. I said it had a good chance of happening because his base never really went away, and I felt like there was after January 6th. I was like, holy cow, these people are motivated and disciplined. I think that they were speaking to, like when Mo was saying about the middle. Well, that's legit because Lauren and I were talking about that today, and I told her almost to a T or to a word what you had said about, men being born makes them awful. So you think those same men are gonna be beholden to a woman like that? They're sick and tired of that, and the left is all about that. So and in fact, it's not even. I feel like between the toxic masculinity thing that's pervasive in the left and the gender thing, which is pervasive in the left, seeing that commercial about what Kamala paid for, and I went and looked it up to make sure this was true or not.
Well, it won't a false ad.
It's not even that. It was absolutely true.
Yeah, it won't a false ad.
And so when I saw that, I was like, yeah, she's going to pay for that. I didn't think she would pay so dearly, but she's going to pay for that because most people in the middle, we probably believe that, look, man, I'm not going to disrespect you as long as you don't disrespect me, and we're going to keep it moving. But when you are forcing our hand every day, who wants to vote for that? And and I've said this on the show before. I said it the week before the election. I was like, look, man, I don't care who it is. I'm just not voting for Trump, which is code for I don't like Kamala Harris, but guess who I'm not voting for? And I told you that from I was on this show from day one. I said when she was running for president the first time, I was like, how you gonna pick low-hanging fruit when the dude was just sitting there? I mean, I'm not saying you can't, but that was kind of a chump move. You didn't show me anything, but you could be petty. Now, I'm not saying that civil rights and everything that's about I'm not trying to minimize it. What I'm saying is, why don't you say something like that after you tell me who you're about politically? Because at this point, I don't know. I didn't know your history in California. I knew that you were a lawyer. I knew you were a good one, but I didn't even know that you weren't in the private sector. I knew nothing about you. But when you did what you did in that moment, I knew enough that I didn't like you. So I understand how you got the nomination. I appreciated it. I did vote for you, but I also understood what happened. And I understood the left's part in all this, which, like Mo said, there's no accountability. We're still talking about, I can't believe the country did this. Well, there's a couple of things that happened that led to, Tuesday, but what about the part that we played in this? What about the part that people who don't like Trump played into this? No one wants to say anything, but it's legitimate. No one wants to ask the question because no one wants the real answer. I mean, I feel like that's good TV, but maybe it's not. Anyway, I'm sorry to say that all of us were right on the show, especially a couple 3 years ago when we talked about this, and he wasn't even out of office but a minute, and we're on this show talking about, yeah, Ruben, this can happen again, sir. Let's not pretend like he's gonna go away.
We were adamant about it. Like, hey, you ain't going nowhere.
And it's just like, 4 years later, here we are. And really, the biggest things to me in my life that I can, off the top of my dome, it was like when I saw January 6th and I saw the assassination attempt, blood run down his face, fight. I told y'all, he just won the presidency right then. He just won. Now, I was hoping that some of the things that he was doubling down on would matter. I really was hoping that. But, there was a part of me that was kind of like, this is a racist country. It's always going to be a racist country. It's always going to be a sexist country. All the things. Forget what type of candidate she was. It's always going to be a racist, sexist, all the things country. It's not a very good place to be.
I mean, I just think there's no accident that Trump has run for president 3 times, and he's only beat 2 women. He's never beat a guy.
No.
He beat 2 women.
But it's easy to do when both of those women are questionable in different ways, and you have been minimizing the men that could have voted for you. Now, this is not new. This has been going on. This has really been coming this entire century. It's been going on that long. But I'm telling you, these things matter. Well, the Democrats thought, just like in 2016, where they thought him saying grab him by the pussy was going to just eliminate him. No, this is not the 80s and 90s anymore, because much more is at stake. White people being scared is a lot of motivation and created a lot of discipline. And people don't want to hear that.
Yeah, white men aren't afraid about a guy like saying grab him by the pussy, because most men know that guy. You might not be friends with that guy. You might not even like that guy, but you know that guy. You know that guy that just says and does inappropriate shit. But if you know him and sometimes you have to work with him, you might be like, hey, that motherfucker a hell of an accountant though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you go, hey, it's back to, can he do the job? Motherfucker do the job.
Yep.
So, and I get it. People are like, well, if you voted for Trump, it's because you're a racist and you're sexist. And my thing is, no, that's unfair. I know it's easy to do that layup, but it's unfair, because I don't think every person who voted for Trump is a racist or a sexist. I've said this before. It just simply means that the idea that the president might be racist and sexist doesn't bother some people. Doesn't mean that they are. It just means that does not bother them. There's a lot of white people that's like, they fully, if you ask them a honest question, they had to. Like, Jesus was in front of them, they'd be like, hey, tell the truth. Is this a racist country? They would go, yeah, it is. But I'm not. And I mean, I can't fix every white person. So I mean, fuck it, I want my STEMI check. Like, that's pretty much where they at when they vote. Like, it's like, I'm still voting for me. Like, so if you're a white male, the idea of a black woman being oppressed, disrespected, minimized does not affect your fucking day. You're a white male. Doesn't affect you at all. So you're just like, hey, too bad, but yeah, I don't like abortion. So boom. Hey, I'm for the Jews. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's they can always find an issue that is bigger to them than racism and sexism. So, like the Democrats are just simply like, oh, well, you know, fucking America's racist, man. That's why Trump's winning again. It's like, man, can we have some accountability, man? Like, just a little bit of accountability. I'm not asking for you to full on take the blame. Just a little bit of accountability. Like, just one person in the Democratic Party just be like, I mean, truthfully, Biden was a very popular president, and the fact that she was like hamstrung with the fact that she was the vice president of one of the most least popular presidents ever, that wasn't working for her. And then the fact that she's not very personable wasn't working for her. I mean, because honestly, we didn't really want her when she actually ran for president because she was the person that had to fall out first. So, I mean, really, we were just in a pickle. We couldn't put Biden back out there because like he was buffering on stage in front of people. So we were like, hey, you know, people don't want dial-up internet no more. So we had to put something out there. And I mean, she was all we had. You know what I'm saying? What we're gonna do? Put Cory Booker out there? Like, come on, man! Like, we ain't had no options. This is what we had, and we had to try to make it work, and it didn't work. So we'll do better in 4 years. Like, that's honestly all I want somebody to say. In 4 years, we'll try to do better.
But they're never going to say that because they would destroy them within the party.
Well, I don't think it would. That's the thing. I think so many people are just over the idea that this Democratic Party like blames everyone else. There's no unified front with the Democratic Party. The one thing we've always said about the Republicans, hey man, if they don't do shit, they stick together. Like even the most vocal person against Trump, I mean, she might take criticism from her own party, but on every fucking policy issue, she voted with them. She just didn't happen to like the mouthpiece, so she came out against that. But I mean, they stick together. Like whether they like each other or not, they are a unified fucking front. And until the Democratic Party becomes that, get used to these ass whoopings on elections, because that's where the country's going. Because the country's not more Republican than Democrat. The country's more middle and conservative than the Democrats are willing to be.
I agree with that 100%. Awesome. Wow. You know, last week we were talking about ifs or maybes. Now we're talking about, oh my God, we knew that shit was going to happen. Well, let's all just move on.
Well, everybody didn't believe that this shit was going to happen. There was a whole bunch of people that was talking cash shit about how Kamala was going to win and this country just would not stand to vote for Trump again. And I was sitting there just side-eyeing all these motherfuckers like, what people give you that confidence? Like,
I mean, I just realized I didn't know who was going to win. I knew I wanted to win, but I didn't know who was going to win. I just knew it was going to be an ass kicking of a decade, because it's been a really long time since anybody's got their ass beat like that, and I just knew it won't go be like this. It was like this.
Yeah, won't it be 2020 again?
Nah. Or 2016. Nah, it's gonna be, yeah, thanks for playing. Deuces, you just lost by 50 points in a rivalry game. That's what happened. So all we can do, all it can happen is, you know, Democrats, lick your wounds, do your research, get your shit together.
Oh man, don't do that. Do your research shit. Stop. Don't say that. Stop.
I meant, excuse me, what I meant by that is find out who your base is and communicate with your base and to find out what's important to them.
And
that's what I meant by that.
To all the Black Lives Matter, the women's right, the women's right to choose, all you people, please don't show up at the inauguration standing outside protesting, because they will shoot y'all motherfuckers. Like, white people get to do that shit on January 6th. Y'all motherfuckers come out and do that shit is over with. It will be a bloodbath out. Like, I'm not, I know that sounds like I'm joking, but I'm serious. Like, man, I really hope people ain't outside trying to protest. Well, that shit is going, man, it will be a bloodbath out there.
A month ago,
it won't be the protesters getting, you know, storming the Capitol. It'll be a whole bunch of motherfuckers getting dealt with outside the Capitol.
Because they said a month ago they were like tripling the amount of security and stuff that's going to be at the inauguration and all that stuff. So, like, yeah, that what happened January 6th, Nah. And you're right. People will get shot up in that motherfucker.
I'm just
White,
saying,
black,
people-
Puerto Rican, or Asian.
Yeah, people of color, please don't think you can do the same thing. Like I just don't want to see a whole bunch of brown people massacred outside the Capitol. Like, it sounds like I'm joking, but this is a dead ass honest plea. Like, hey, let's just peacefully
your ass
protest
at home.
in our fucking homes, man. Just turn your goddamn TV off. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
Yes, Lord. Because regardless of who's gonna win, there's gonna be some security out there. Now that Kamala did not win, give him a reason. Let's not give him a reason, please. Wow, so much. So, I mean, I guess we can go down to the second thing then. So, the question of the day was, what is the worst thing any significant other that you had has ever done to you? What is the worst thing that any significant other that you had has done to you? So, AG, start with you.
Well, when I read the question, I felt like you were actually asking something that wasn't like a slow drip, but something that was like instantaneous, just like a bomb going off. And that in that case, the way I defined it, yeah, having a girlfriend cheat on you is the worst. Now, let me put context in the number. I didn't walk in on it. It wasn't like that, but I was in Chicago at the time, and now that I'm older, I should have seen it coming. But my girlfriend at the time called me, and she's like, you mind if I go out with so-and-so, whatever it is? And it's just like, I'm looking at the phone like, why does that matter? Like, yeah, sure, go ahead, do your thing, have fun. 3 days later, she calls. I'm still in Chicago, by the way. 2 days later, she calls me and said, well, I think we need to break up because I actually like so-and-so, and I want to be with him, and that's that. And I'm like floored. It was bad, cried tears. It was awful. And I was like, man. Now, there's more context to this that makes it not as bad as, walking in on it or whatever. Because 4 months later, I got the revenge sex, which she offered. Strange situation, not a very good person. It was just bad. But anyway, so it wasn't.
Are you saying you're not a very good person?
No, I wasn't. Because see, here's the thing. I had to have a literature class with her new boyfriend. And everybody thought that was going to be awkward. At that point, it was like, bro, you win, whatever. But after we slept together, I'm looking at him with pity. And I'm like, man, you don't have a very good person as a girlfriend. You don't. I'm sorry I had part in that, but bro. So it wasn't as bad because I got a little bit of revenge with it. But in the moment, it was awful. And I always come back to that.
I mean, you ain't come up to him like, hey, man, just as a man, I want to respectfully come up to you.
No, fuck him.
I banged your girl, son. What? But she was mine first.
I mean, because the dude was a good guy. I knew him before. It's not like I didn't know him.
Oh, that's even worse, man. He was a good dude, too.
But he knew you with her?
Huh?
And that dude knew you were with her?
It's complicated. Yes,
man,
he knew.
Fuck that guy.
Yes, he knew. Let me hold on, man, because it's not. It's almost like.
It ain't that black and white all the time, man.
Man, it's almost like talking about this election. It's complicated. And so what I'm saying is this. I was an innocent bystander that got like T-boned. In the moment, I didn't see that coming, but it happened. Okay. You cheated on me. I'm good with it or whatever. Okay. That's what we're doing. And then too, I wasn't really thinking much about myself at all. So I figured he was better and it was fine. And that led into me being cool with him because I had to be. I'm not trying to, I had other things going on. I didn't have time to be, to let him rule my life like that. Because we had to have this class 5 days a week for an hour. So it's like, okay. So that's that part. Now, did he know that we were dating? Everybody knew we were dating. but it happened, whatever. So I know how it happened. I finally got another girlfriend. I was sitting on the porch talking to her as she was going home. And old girl drove by. And I was like, and she was like, Elton, what's wrong? She's like, I think it was my ex-girlfriend that drove by. And there's no reason for her to drive by my house based on her whole life. No reason at all. But I was like, okay, whatever. And then she called me a couple days later and she said, you got a new girlfriend? I said, sure. I mean, why are you asking me about that? And then that precipitated me hitting that ass hard. And so that happened a couple times and it was over with. And then so was I the best person? And I should have said, no, you got a boyfriend, but I didn't. So that made me a little.
Give yourself some grace, man. Give yourself. I'm not saying like say give yourself a way out. I'm simply saying, hey man, grace.
You get one.
And it was.
I'm not even saying you get one. It's just like, hey man, like when you put the whole picture together, the context, like familiarity. You know, as you already said, you didn't have a great thought of yourself anyway. Like, hey man, you know, you was in a space, you did some things, you live and you learn.
Yeah, I would never do that again.
That's what I'm saying. You live and you learn.
But I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't have I'm not innocent in this. Now,
hey, ain't nobody saying nothing about innocence, bro. We just asking. You know, we just saying that. You know,
I'm just saying
we couldn't find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. But I'm not saying you win a civil case. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you know, when you're explaining this, man, it remind me of something that Cartman said. You know, from South Park. I mean, she sounds like a dirty bitch.
Well, that's what I said by she's not a very good person. I wasn't talking about me when I said that. I use the right pronoun. But the reason I said that, because Lauren and I were talking about this, because she asked me what we were talking about, and I told her what I was going to say. And she was like, I told her, I was like, I had ran into her just out in life about 12 years ago. And just catching up, we had a conversation, texting back and forth, and she just started letting me in on all the things that she was doing. And I was like, how you out here like cheating on people? And I'm like, what are you doing? And then it's like, it was fine. She was just telling me things. So I left it to that. But then the texting got a little innuendo-esque. And I'm sitting here going, okay, so what you telling me now is I can get that if I wanted to. I'm not doing that. You're married.
All right, I'm going to get on out of here.
Exactly. And the texting just stopped. I was like, you know what? If you want to do all those things, your husband's a lucky guy. But yeah, I'm good.
Oh, husband.
I told you that. She was married. I told you. And that's why I said it's like...
She's just messy.
It's more than messy, man. Some of the stuff that she described was kind of like Tyler
like a dirty
Perry-esque.
Like a dirty bitch.
Hey, man.
Anyway.
But at the end of the day, people are messy. You know what I'm saying? Like, people in general are just messy. Like, everybody got their own different mess, man. So I'm not about to alienate somebody's mess. Now, I'm not saying she's good or innocent or anything. I'm just saying I'm not willing to call somebody I don't know a dirty bitch like you are. Like,
Well, I'll say this. I understand where you're coming from, but there is such a thing as if it barks like a dog, it's a dog. Now, again, I wouldn't call her that, but at the same time, I ain't gonna say he wrong either. Because, bro,
I wasn't saying he was right or wrong. I simply said I wasn't going to say.
Man, why you politicking out here, man?
Hey, look, because one thing I do politic about is that, like, I
can tell.
I'm just saying, like, Ruben, have you ever heard me directly, like, call a woman, like, out of her name like that? That's not what I do, man.
Nah, you call your dog
on this show.
I call your dog that. I call dudes that.
No, sir. I will not let you get away with that. Yes.
Who did I know that I've called?
I can't remember now. 251 shows. I'm doing this with you. I have heard you. This is how it happens with you. There's a situation, makes you very unhappy, has something to do with a woman. You are not afraid to call her out her name. And really, based on the situations that I can remember, I can't remember any of them. But right now, I really feel like it's like, yeah, that was harsh, but he ain't wrong.
I'm just saying, I don't even be knowing them bitches though. Like the ones you talking about.
Why am I on this show? Just why am I on this show, man? Y'all killing me right now. Anyway, but yeah, that was the most. There are other things that were as devastating, but it wasn't really what happened as much as who it was. Now, my biggest heartbreak was not that, but as far as something I really point to as that hurt, it's the cheating.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't asked you what your biggest heartbreak was. I asked you what's the worst thing somebody has ever done to you.
Yes, I would.
And clearly,
yes.
that dirty bitch is. I mean, yeah.
I'm not going to argue that, sir.
Hey, I can call her that.
Arguing either.
I'm family, and I'm on the outside.
He is.
You messed me up. You messed up my cousin.
And I think the biggest thing is I didn't call names, so nothing can be proven.
Oh, we don't protect the innocent, but I don't need to know her name.
Yeah, it was bad. But anyway, that's my worst. That's my worst.
All right, Mo B, man, what you got?
I mean,
this guy right here.
No. Because when I saw the question, I was like, I really couldn't think of nothing. But I mean, for one thing is I don't really hold grudges with people, so it's really hard for me to like go back and say what was the worst thing somebody did to me. And another thing, man, like I haven't really been in a lot of like really toxic or like bad relationships for something really devastating to happen. I mean, I'm sure I could point out some single moments, but I can't really think of any that were like, you know, none that like stay with me or like are devastating to me. And like, honestly, I was really racking my brain, like what happened that I thought was devastating? I don't know. Like, I got mad at somebody before and that was devastating to me. I got so mad, I reset. And what I mean by that is like, I got so mad, I stopped being mad. Like, if that makes any sense. Like, she did something that made me so upset.
What was it?
She tried to throw like a gift or like a ring that I got from my uncle before he passed away. She tried to throw it and flush it down the toilet because she was mad at something. I didn't do anything. Like, it wasn't like she was mad because we were in an argument or like we were even together. Like, she was just mad at me. And she did that, and I was so upset that I stopped being mad. Like, I got to the point where I felt like I could blow up and black out. And then I was just like, I wasn't mad anymore. Like, I just went into like almost pity. Like, I was just like, hey man, she's broken right now. And I'm not responsible for fixing her right there. I was so mad that I stopped being mad. It was the weird. It's honestly, to this day, it's the weirdest feeling I've ever had.
It's not.
Like, I was so outraged that I was just like, I'm not even mad anymore. Like, you just gotta go. Like, you just can't be here right now. Like, tomorrow I'll be good, but you just can't be here right now. You need to be gone.
Yeah,
I've been there. That is not weird. Because actually,
it was a weird feeling for me. Because one, I don't really ever get upset. I'm not saying things don't upset me. Like, I don't get angry about things, but like, it's the idea of like me being really, really mad and like yelling or doing anything like that. That never happens to me. Like, I'm not wired that way. But like in this moment, like I was so mad that like the handle went from I could break her jaw to poor thing. Something's really going on, man. Like, that I can't fix. Like, in this moment, I can't fix. I just can't fix it, man. And part of it might have been because like we weren't together, and the other part was like, you know, like really good friends. It was a whole bunch of different things going on at one time, and a lot of it was just like, I don't know what the hell's happening right now, because it just went from a random question to why don't you love me? It went way no, I'm not gonna say the easy way out, which is to say, oh, she was crazy. No, man, she actually had a lot going on. Like now I know all the context, but in the moment it was just like, the fuck is going on? What the hell did I do? What do you mean? Why don't I love you? Like, I'm giving you a place to stay right now for no reason. Like no actual reason. What I mean by no reason, like I'm not getting any benefit out of this. Like we ain't banging. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we ain't together. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even sleeping in the bed. Like you got the couch, bro. Like I'm just giving you a place to stay. So what is happening? Now, once again, context, like as you said, AG, more to the story, context. But in that moment, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I just knew that like I reset. Like it was just all control delete, you know what I'm saying? Shut down. I had to let my computer restart, and then I was just like, all right, now I can fully process this, which is, yeah, you gotta get out of here. You gotta go. We'll talk about this some other time, which we never did talk about it some other time. We never did talk about it some other time because there was nothing to say. It was a moment.
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
It was a moment. It happened. You know what I'm saying? It was a lifetime ago. It's whatever. I you know, sometimes, believe it or not, I'm a very empathetic person. So I'm really, really good at processing things and trying to like put myself in the other person's shoes. And based on all the stuff that was going on with her, oh man, she forever has a pass. In that moment, I almost slapped the shit out of her, but she can get a pass. Cause I mean, literally, it just went that fast, man. Especially when somebody like is so upset and crying and they're asking you to hit them, then I think that's what reset me. Cause I'm just like, oh man, like this ain't about me. This ain't about me. Like it happened, and I'm just glad I had a really good friend that was present, that was scared, was terrified, because he was looking at me as if he thought I was gonna like destroy this woman. Like he was like scared because I could tell in his mind he was trying to process, if he starts hitting her, I can't really stop him because he's big, and you know, I was probably about 300 at the time. So I'm like, I could tell old boy was looking at me like, oh man, please don't let this get out of hand because I can't help her. And I, you know, so, you know, thanks, Ruben. I appreciate you for being there that day.
You're right too, because I knew about it.
But I was like, I mean, cool.
Ruben, you couldn't just throw yourself on him or something?
What?
I mean, to stop the madness, you couldn't just throw all your weight on him, and, you know what I'm saying?
On who?
On Mo.
Look, man, I ain't trying to get knocked out for somebody.
I mean, you had to fight him. I'm just like, you put your body on him so at least he might wake up or something.
Who wake up?
AG, I was probably about 310 at the time, man.
Bro, I would be trying to wake up.
No, but Ruben, weren't you like 2 something at the time?
Nah, I was like 3 something, but he was more athletic than me.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a difference, man. Like,
Yeah, nah.
I mean, he couldn't have just like touched you a little bit and woke you up and be like, yeah, I don't need to do this.
I don't know. Once again,
We weren't about to find out.
I don't know, because AG, I don't really get upset like that.
That's true enough. That had to be foreign for you.
You know what I'm saying? It's like B, I was just like, you know, it did happen really quick, and I was just like, all right, I'm cool. But I mean, I could tell he was looking like he thought it was about to be catastrophic, and I almost felt like I had to calm him down. Hey, we good. Just we gotta get her out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I was also worried that she was gonna do some dumb stuff too. You know, like physically assault him, and then he just gives her the right hand of fellowship, and that, you know, it ain't nothing I can do to stop that.
No, man, like AG,
I won't about to take a punch.
AJ, I'll tell you exactly what happened physically, because I don't want anything to be misconstrued physically. When I reset, because it happened quick, I went from being like, what the fuck, to, oh man, this is horrible. Like, she's broken. And I just gave her like the biggest hug that I could possibly give any human being. I just like hugged her. and she didn't want it. She did not want this hug, and I gave it to her anyway. And then I picked her up and I walked her outside. I dropped her outside and I shut the door. And I said, Ruben, could you please call the police? I'm gonna wait in here. I said it just like that. It was really matter of fact, and I was honestly trying to be calm because I could tell he was freaked out. So I was like, hey man, could you just please call the police? We're cool. She got to be out there while I'm in here. I'm gonna go put the stuff that she brought here on our patio, so when the authorities get here, I can be like, hey, here's her stuff. She has to leave. And to the police credit, that's the most positive police interaction I think I have ever had in my life. Cause seriously, the cops came in and I could tell they were like on some, oh man, there's some domestic abuse shit. We about to flex on this big dude. And they walked in and I was just like, hey man, I don't want no static. And I was like, I pulled out some money. I'm like, look, could y'all give her this money? I want her to have a place to stay. She can go stay in a hotel. She just can't be here. Like, she just can't be here. And the dude looked at me, turns out, he was like, man, I understand, man. I appreciate you for handling. It was like relaxed him because I was like, he saw how calm I was. He's like, all right, man. He was like, I mean, does she get mail here? I'm like, no, she don't get mail. She don't live here. I was trying to help a friend out, man. She's having a moment right now. We're disagreeing about something. She's obviously a lot more distraught than I am right now. And I don't ever want anything bad to happen to her. So could you just give her this money? And if y'all could take her somewhere, fine. If I can call and get her a ride somewhere, cool. I want to have the place to stay. Hey, tomorrow, here's all her stuff. All her stuff's right on the patio. She can get it. I just didn't want her to come in here without y'all being here because I needed a minute. And they was like, Rue, were they not cool as shit? They was like, hey man, we understand. Like,
man, they walked in about violence, but they left about peace.
I can tell that's probably the best domestic call they'd ever got in their life. They was like, hey man,
and it wasn't even domestic, like for real. It was just.
They was probably, man, I wish they was all like this, bro.
Yeah, because she was outside the steps crying when they rolled up, and I was like,
as soon as a woman's crying, you got to think certain things as a person, and they a cop. Now, come on, man.
But to her credit, she also did not say that he hit. They asked if he hit her, and she said no. Because she could have lied. But I was like, nah, that's not how it happened. I was here the whole time to protect everybody.
Just gave her a hug, man. That's all I did, man. Sometimes you just need to give somebody a hug, man.
And put her out.
Yep, he sure did. Just like that.
Honestly, AG, that's what happened, man. I didn't say nothing to her.
Lift her off the ground, took her outside, walked back in. Hey, Ruben, can you call the police? Just like that. Literally, just like that.
Once again, bro, I literally reset, man. Like, I'm always pretty cool and calm. I don't think I've ever been that calm about anything in my life. Like, I was relaxed when the police walked in. I didn't even stand up, AG. I was sitting on the couch still. Like, what's up? Y'all good? and finally, I just kept emphasizing, hey, look, man, I love her. She just can't be here tonight. Like, I want her to be somewhere. I don't want her to just be out on the street. She just can't be here tonight.
I like how you said here.
And she just can't be here tonight. Like, I emphasize that she just can't be here tonight.
Nah. I mean, what could have been really, really bad was all right.
Now it's just ancient history, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. Nothing but love for her still. Happy she's in a much more stable, happy place. I mean, and when I say stable, I don't mean like she was just unstable. She just had a lot of shit going on in her life that would make anybody like be stressed out like that. So that's what I said. Like I hesitate, and when some people, oh man, she was acting crazy. Like nah. I ain't never call her crazy, and I never will.
She was just emotional.
She just had a lot of shit going on. And honestly, with as much shit as she had going on, I don't understand how she was as together as she was.
Wow.
Yeah, she was Carl Thomas, baby. Emotional.
Yeah, honestly, I don't understand how she was as together as she was. So I was just always trying to, be there, even though we weren't together. And that seems odd to some people, because some people swore. To this day, some people still swear, man, you were still. And I'm like, nah, man, we really weren't doing anything. Like, I mean, I was in a hoe phase, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was good. I was good at the time. I wasn't hurting for anything at the time. That might have been what kind of pushed her over the edge, because, like, she had to see the bypass going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Ashley, I'll be back. I'm about to go do something. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go do something. Which young, irrational me doesn't understand how fucked up that was of me to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
How so? If she understood, like,
no, because I get that like, we weren't together and she was going through a lot, but like, somebody who is kind of leaning on you emotionally for stuff going on in their life, like, if I really was going to try to be there in that capacity for her, for me to just be going in and out and then doing all this other stuff right in front of her, like, it was just almost ignoring the fact that she was already in a kind of vulnerable position, having to see her ex, because we were together at one point in time.
Okay.
Her ex just living his motherfucking best life.
Please touch me, and he's not.
I mean, but
Just out there.
how was that fucked up, though?
It's fucked up because I was so cavalier about it. Like, I wasn't.
He didn't lie to her. He didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't lie to her. I didn't, and it could be seen as I was throwing it in her face, which I wasn't. But that's from her point of view. I could get how she would feel like that. Because
how do you hide that when y'all are not together, but you're living your life? Because really, honestly, the fact that you're living your life at all and not really pressing her is going to upset a woman. So how is that fucked up?
But that's the thing, AG. As a guy, I should know that.
No, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's no right answer. She was going to be upset because y'all are not together.
Once again, I get that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if I could go back in time and do it again, I probably would change some of the things I did. Like, in that moment when she was really, really, really in need of somebody to be there, I truly cared about her enough where I could have paused some of the stuff I was doing and truly just been there for her in a way where it wouldn't have looked like we were, like, from her point of view, I'm being there for her in a capacity that suggests that we're almost together, because, like, I'm there for her all the time, and we hanging out, we watching TV, she's making food, clean, like, you know what I'm saying, it seems like we're doing almost all the couple stuff until it's time for me to go do all the couple stuff. Then I'm just like, hey, gotta go somewhere else. I'll holler at you. Be good.
Okay. I mean, I guess I can kind of see it. I just feel like if y'all...
I'm not saying what I did was wrong. I'm not saying anything was wrong. I'm just
the way
saying...
you described it, that's what I felt like you were saying.
No. I'm not saying what I was doing was wrong. I'm just saying, 40-something-year-old me is smart enough to know that if I'm truly going to be there for somebody in the way that I was there, I would have had to pause on some other stuff to truly be there for her in the way that I should have been until she could, get the fuck up out, and then I could go back to living my best whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, I didn't say I did anything wrong. I'm just saying, retrospect.
You called it fucked up, and I thought that was harsh. I'm like, it is.
Okay, maybe I was being too harsh on myself, but there were times when, like, I knew she wanted to, like, be in the bed. She wanted a hug. She wanted a cuddle partner. And I'd be like, nah, I gotta go somewhere else. Or, hey, so-and-so about to come around, so, couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, couch.
I don't know, man. That sounds like some of that's on her. She had to know y'all weren't together.
Once again, AG, I'm not saying that, there's some things, but I'm also saying that I'm aware now. I was aware then too. I was aware enough to know that she wasn't going to be able to separate those two.
Okay. As long as we're keeping it fair, because you are taking a lot of the responsibility here.
Yeah. And honestly, that's, if I ever have regretted anything, my biggest regret is not being there for her in the way I wanted to be, just strictly friend-wise. Just not being there for her in that way, because, you know, there were times before that in my life, or even when we weren't together, like, because matter of fact, we hadn't been together in years. It had been years, but like there were times when I really needed her, and she paused a lot of stuff for me, and I don't think I did the same pausing for her. Not saying I was obligated to, but on retrospect, I feel like I could have, and I should have.
Okay, understood. I can accept that.
Not that I was a good guy or anything, because that's part of the reason. Because I wasn't in a space where I was trying to be a good guy. I was trying to slang it. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, hey, you know,
slanging and begging.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of just like cowboy rope lassoing that thing around, just like, you know.
I can't get that image out of my head, but okay, I get what you're saying.
I'm just saying, I had like there was probably like a 2-year stretch in my life, which is like the most odd 2-year stretch you could ever fucking have as a man, AG. Like, I went through a 12-month stretch where it was pretty much the John Legend Save Room for My Love video, where like every scene was just another woman coming around. And then I got to a point where I think I had a conversation with Ruben one day, and I was just like, man, this shit out of control. And he was like, what you mean? I was just like, I'm done with this shit, man. And then I went like on a 12-month sabbatical where I didn't do anything with anyone. Like, I had a 12-month celibacy thing where I just didn't. So I went from like 12 months of slinging and banging to 12 months of cold turkey. Like, I can't do this no more.
It must have been bad. It must have been bad when you looking at yourself talking about this out of control.
Yeah. Look, man, I have told y'all in the past, the one thing that I know about myself, I have the worst characteristics for being a hoe. Like, I'm able to do all the typical hoe things. Like, I was able to do all those separation things for myself, compartmentalizing for myself. However, I didn't give the right hoe symptoms to everyone else, because I would engage in actual genuine conversation, show concern for you, listen to your problems, like actually talk about it, like genuinely care about your well-being. You know, you can't be out here caring about hoes and then still be like you and your hoe stage.
Describe it, man. It's like you can walk and chew gum, man.
Yeah, but you gotta think, when you're in the hoe stage like that, you know, because the one thing I would say back in the day I prided myself on was I won't lie to nobody. But I may not have been lying, but I damn sure was sending mixed messages.
But how are you sending mixed messages if you're not lying?
All right, so AG, it's a mixed message if you're like, hey, all we doing is banging.
Sounds pretty direct.
You're right. So say, hey, all we doing is banging, but we talking about future plans. We sharing secrets with each other. You're confiding in me. I'm caring. I'm like, hey, you know, everything going all right? Like, you know, oh no, you ain't got to come over. You know, we can just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving boyfriend treatment as I'm saying we just banging. That's a mixed message. Even though at the end of the day, I could clear my conscience and say, hey, I was telling you the truth.
You know, now that you say that, you're not wrong. I can see that.
It was mixed messages, man. So like, you know, even though I could say to myself, if I'm trying to make myself feel better about the time, hey, I ain't never lied to none of you chicks.
Well,
any of them, yeah, you're right. I can say that honestly. But any of them that were like hurt and may not ever want to talk to me again because, like, you know, they said you were playing with my emotions. I mean, they weren't wrong.
They weren't
wrong either.
But they were grown people. They understood. We just
Once again,
banging.
AG, I am not saying you're right. I've told you, I can say I wasn't lying, but I was also smart enough to know that I was sending mixed messages.
Understood. I don't know if I'd have went that far, because once I tell you we're banging, then that's what that is.
But I'm saying that you probably could do a better job of separating things. Like,
I mean, because I went through that too, because it's like I wouldn't date anybody seriously, and I'd let everybody know that up front, and I wouldn't.
I mean, I was clearly doing that, but at the same time, I'm sending mixed messages because like we doing all the couple stuff, like, you know what I'm saying. We literally kind of going out on dates and. You know what I'm saying? We actually like Netflixing and chilling, like, you know, like for real, like actually chilling and talking and discussing things. And I'm like, hey, how's your day going? You know what I'm saying? Like, those ain't hoe tendencies, man. That's not proper hoe protocol. From a male point of view, that's not proper hoe protocol.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that it's not whole protocol, because you're exactly right. It's not. However, it is high level gigolo protocol.
Maybe.
Except they weren't paying.
I mean, look, no, I'm saying maybe because, like, honestly, you're right. I know, because me and one of our boys at the time, and I'm leave his name out because Terry don't need to be in this.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying?
Really? That is.
I'm just saying. But back in the day, I used to tell him, because like when I met Terry's still a great dude, and this is not me saying Terry's not a good dude. I'm simply saying when I met Terry in college, me and Terry were roommates, and I just met him. We knew all the same people from the same city, just never had crossed paths. I said something to him like 6 months into us knowing each other for real. I was like, dog, you were like the nicest, most straight level dude ever. I'm like, yo, if I ever had daughters, like, I would hope they would end up with somebody like you. And then like 2 years later, I was like, if you ever came anywhere close to one of my daughters, you hoe-ass motherfucker. and the thing is, AG, Terry had not changed. He had simply figured out what me and him coined back in the day was nice is the new pimp.
Right.
Nice is because like we were both from Portsmouth, where if you was a nice guy, people was like saying like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And me and him both had that same problem. Like, hey, motherfuckers was like, hey, you can't be too nice. But then we got older, where women had been done dirty, and they was like, hey, y'all motherfuckers is nice, and we're cool with nice now. And then we figured out that nice is the new pimp. And then, you know, Terry was out here being nice, and like he was winning. You know what I'm saying? Like nice was winning. And I was just like, hey, nice was winning in a way that like I never imagined that nice could, like, if you'd have asked nice me in 98, hey bro, you ever think you're gonna have a roster from being nice? I'd be like, nah man, I'm hoping to just find one person that can put up with my nice ass for life. And then just like 6 years later, it was like, hey man, you be nice to these chicks for like 2 weeks, and it's like the bar is so fucking low right now. Like all I gotta do is be nice.
I don't agree because you have to understand where these women coming from. You just explained it to us.
No, I get it. I get it. But like I said, in 98, nice was like, for me, was like a death sentence. It was like, hey, you can't be out here talking
18,
nice.
17, 16. Women are young and think they smart.
Exactly. But when we got older, we realized, hey, man, we don't have to change. We just got to wait for the women
exactly
to need some change.
Exactly.
We got to wait for these dudes to do them dirty so that we can just be nice and kind of equally do them dirty, but be nice about it.
Exactly. And that's why I don't really agree with what you're saying as far as responsibility goes, because if you're nice to them and you slinging that dick, they chasing because they think they can change you. How many times we said that on the show? Come on, man. I hear what you're saying, and you're not necessarily
you're
wrong.
absolutely right, and that's what I said. But it'd be one thing if I was ignorant to that in the moment.
But there was nothing you could do to help the situation. Once you're nice
right,
and the dick is good, it's over with.
But 40-year-old me sounds like I'm being mature in a way like, hey, I knew what I was sending mixed messages. But the truth is, 23-year-old me knew I was sending mixed messages. The shit was just working. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, man, I'm not about to hey, I got the hot hand, baby. I'm going to keep shooting these shots.
I hear you. I just can't, ultimately, I cannot agree that you're sending mixed messages because what I feel like is you're taking all the responsibility upon yourself. Now, these women out here talking about how I look raising a grown man. Well, I'm going to say the same thing to them. Understand that he's treating you nice because he's a good guy. And understand he laying that dick and it's good. And if you want to chase that to because you think you can change him, that makes you an idiot or motivated, whatever. But that's on you. That is on you. He led with, we boning. Just because he treats you nice doesn't mean he can't lay that pipe like a city worker. They're not mutually exclusive. They're not.
I'm just saying, at 16,
the
reason I'm saying I'm self-aware is because at 16, I realized that, no, it was 17. No, I was 16. At 16, I realized that I was always going to be able to slide out of situations with that upfront honesty from a very disingenuous way.
I don't think it's disingenuous. But I just think, like I said, man,
you're your guy, dude. You're logically processing.
Because you have been talking about this. Hear me out, because this is what I'm saying to you now. If you were banging a hoe, right? I mean, I shouldn't say that. If you were banging a woman that was in her hoe phase with you, you would understand what I was talking about. But you were banging women that were looking for somebody like you. That part is on them. Because if you banging a hoe, we're not talking about this. Because actually, she gonna ask you, why you all up in my business?
Actually, she would have never had to ask me that because I never asked those type of questions.
You just said you did.
No. I would ask like caring questions, but I didn't ask like where you at.
No. What I'm saying is, a real hoe would have taken you just saying, how you doing, as why you up in my business? We ain't fucking.
Oh, I did have a girl that was like that, and that was awesome. Actually, like it was like,
exactly my point.
You gotta do small talk. That shit is dope. Like
that's my point. My point is,
it was uncomfortable for me because I was just like, hey, I'm good at this small talk thing, though, bro. Like I'm good at it.
Exactly.
Like let me cook, bro.
The only thing I'm saying is, once it goes past small talk and you have led with all we doing is banging, the rest is on her. It has little to nothing to do with you. So that's why I keep coming back to the idea and the concept that you are taking all the responsibility from a grown-ass woman. I'm not doing that for women no more.
And I understand, and I apologize if it came off as if I was taking all responsibility, because you're right. I also led with, hey, the one thing I always say is I ain't lied to nobody.
Exactly.
And that's the reason I always preface that I ain't lying to you. However, I simply could also read the room and realize that maybe I'm not lying to you, but you definitely lying to me if you're saying you're okay with this. Okay. If you're saying you're okay with this, I know you're lying, but your words I'm going to take as a contract. Like, hey, you said it. You signed here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't, but I knew. You know what I'm saying? So, well, sometimes I knew. Sometimes I really was blindsided, and I just had to, like when that chick told me she loved me one time, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get on out of here, and didn't talk to her no more. I
understand that. The dick was good, and you were really nice. Like I said,
I don't even know if it was about the dick because I can't even honestly remember if we had actually started doing anything. But I was just like, I just know I heard somebody say I love you, and I was just like, I'm gonna get on out of here.
Well,
exit stage left.
Hey man. Like I said, like women say about us, I'm not out here trying to raise no grown ass woman.
Oh man,
you did what you did, whatever.
Y'all too funny.
I'm just saying.
I'm just awesome. Hey, look, for everybody who listened, I just want everybody to know, I was trying to take ownership for my part in doing negative things, and AG just refuses to let me do it.
And I won't. I won't, because like I said, I have been inundated with this. I ain't out here trying to raise no grown ass man. He knew. He ain't had to do that. I'm tired. So I ain't out here trying to raise no grown ass woman. You knew what he said. You heard what he said. You thought that you were special, and you weren't. Period.
That's harsh, man. I mean,
Is it
everybody's
true?
special.
No.
Everybody's
Is it
special.
true? No. Is it true?
I'm just saying.
Is
I'm
it
not gonna
true?
say nobody's special, bro. Everybody's special.
Not to you. They gonna be special to somebody, but not to you.
Hey, look, man. Like
You said this. You said those very words to a woman, so I know you're not pearl collection.
No, I didn't say she wasn't special. She said I want somebody that knows what they want, and I said I do know what I want. It's just not you. That wasn't saying she wasn't special. I
So
just,
how
you
am I
know,
harsh? Look,
how
man,
is that harsh?
You or I should not be out here raising no grown ass woman. I'm just saying, y'all know what
On that
time
we
it
can
is.
agree. On that we can agree. But the problem is fucking Trump.
Wow.
That was so good. We got to ask Ruben about this because he hadn't had a turn, and we've been. Go ahead. What's up, Ruben? What's the worst thing ever happened to you by a significant other?
Oh wow.
Not unless you don't want to share, which we can.
No. Fuck that. He's not getting away
You know,
out. He
actually,
has-
I'm glad you said that because actually, side note, last week was really good. I don't like the way we got there because I did you dirty, man. I shouldn't have said that. But the idea that you opened up on for the first time for real, there was real emotion in that.
Just took 5 years.
You
bro.
have to do that
Wearing
more
them
often.
down.
In fact, I need to know, like, we need to be able to have a segment where we just like ask you serious questions. You got to answer them truthfully.
Okay.
We have a counseling session up here. I mean, I did go to school for counseling, you know what I'm saying? So I know enough to be,
That's
I
all we
mean,
need. Because
I was just trying to-
you don't open up. I mean, you don't really open up on the show for anything. That was literally the first time it's ever happened. So that's just that side note. But anyway, your significant other did what to you that was the worst?
Nah, man. Back when I was a younger Ruben, but not too young because it is what it is. I got the phone call one day, and what's going on? Crying. I was like, oh hell. Are your people okay? Yeah, my parents are okay. Your brother, sister okay? Yeah.
Hold on, she just called and was in full like
Yes.
tear mode. Oh, that's
Yeah.
the fucking worst, man.
I know. So you already know. You already know what
Worst,
came
man.
after that
That's the
conversation.
fucking worst, bro. Everybody trying to hear that shit.
Oh man, let him finish the story. Go ahead, Ruben.
I mean, it's really not much of a story. And, she was pretty much like, I kissed this other dude. And I was just like, okay.
Now you crying?
Are we,
about it?
are we together? I want to be. All right, stop kissing other dudes. Like, I mean,
That was
I mean,
your
it was a-
response?
yeah. I mean,
Hey, that's some cold shit, bro. I respect it though. Like,
yeah,
hey,
because it's like, I won't start crying because she was crying. But I mean, my thing, but also, my thing was, look, because my rule has always been very simple. Hey, look, if you become interested in somebody else other than me, hey, call me up. Yeah, man, I'm interested in somebody else. We just ain't gonna work. I'll holler at you later. That's the rule. That's my rule. Because look, man, what I don't want is someone to be in a relationship with me who don't want to be there. And I would much rather you break up with me than cheat on me, then come back and be like, yo, I did all this. Yo, you did all that. You could have just been like, we ain't together no more. And then, because there's no guilt coming from here. The guilt is all yours if you feel guilty. If you don't feel guilty, then we shouldn't be doing this no way. And that's just how I've always read it.
I just need an anger translator for that moment because, like, I feel like she called you crying and was like, "I kissed another dude." I feel like you equivalently said, "Hey," she was like crying. I don't want to be a hoe. And you was like, then stop doing hoe shit. We
Wait
good.
a minute. That's what it was. I mean, that was hilarious. I don't want to be a hoe. Then stop doing hoe.
I mean, that's pretty much what it was.
Where in the world are you going with this?
I mean, what am I supposed to do? Are you okay, baby?
I mean, but it was so
I'm
direct.
so
It was
sad.
just like so simple. It's like, don't stop kissing other guys. I mean, were you upset at least?
Yeah, but
This is supposed to
being
be the worst moment of your life.
I was
based on the
about to say,
question.
I don't know if that qualifies as the worst moment.
It sounded like you
I mean-
handled it pretty well.
I mean,
I'm over here crying
it's not how
tears
it
and
works.
whatnot, bro.
I'm just saying, in his defense, you can have a bad moment
Yeah.
and still not necessarily handle it poorly. It can still be a bad moment, but you know, he kept his cool. He was like, "Stop
I'm not saying he lost his cool, but the way he said it, it's like, is that
yeah,
really
he
the
did
worst?
make it seem like it was like not even a big deal. Like,
I mean, hold on, man.
he's like, I thought you were gonna say you was sucking somebody's dick or something. Like, you good? Just stop,
Yeah,
stop
I
doing
saw
that.
the
Why do
phone
you
ring.
gotta take it there?
Oh, I mean,
Really, man? Come on.
you see the phone ring. Oh, it's your girl. Usually, that's happy times. How you doing? Oh hell, what's going on? And your family good? So, I mean, we ain't got, but I mean, your grades good, like because you was in college. Grades good, yeah. Well, there's only one other way you're crying and you're talking to me. Because you felt guilty because you did some dirty
I'm about to
shit.
say, I just want to point out, you know how manipulative that is to call and you already crying.
Yeah, exactly. And I won't fall for that.
Could you imagine calling your girl and crying? I can't believe it. Like, I mean, what's wrong?
Did you feel like there were crocodile tears, man? For real?
I didn't care.
I mean,
Because, like, look,
the
it-
relationship continued after that, then, right?
For a little bit longer. Eventually it stopped. I mean, that's it.
I
Look,
mean, we
man.
assumed eventually it stopped because you're not
Well,
still
yeah.
with us. I mean,
Well,
that's
but here's the thing, right? It's just like, okay, I can sit here, be super mad, and yell. I could do that. Why fucking do that? Because, you know, hey, look, the question was simple. Are we together or are we not? I want to be, and stop doing dumb shit. Like, what? I mean, I can't.
oh shit.
I mean, you know what? Because if you're trying to be together, then stop doing dumb shit that makes me not want to be with you. Like,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ruben. I'm sorry. I'm
but
amazed.
yeah, internally, yeah, shit hurt like a motherfucker at the time.
Okay, that's the part that I was waiting for, but you were
Yeah, because I mean,
it's like
you
told
was
the
just so
story.
cavalier about the shit. Like,
Bruh, it wasn't cavalier. See, I wasn't being cavalier for me. I was being cavalier for her.
No, I mean the
Because-
way you're describing it to us. Because when you
But
told
that's
the
how it
story,
went.
you cut it off, and it's like, isn't there more? I mean, what happened?
I mean, nah, that's how it kind of went. And then she was like, you know, well, can I call you tomorrow? Yeah. I mean, what's like, you know, got off the phone. I was pissed, but it's just like yelling over something that I have no control over is to me, and even still to, well, not now, but back then I could definitely say in relationships, I wasn't as emotional per se as I would say I am now. I grew into my emotional thing, but like, or something. If I had no control, like, then you gotta poop a shit or get off the pot. Like, you made a mistake. I mean, you gonna make the mistake again? Because if you're gonna make the mistake again, then let's go ahead and break up and be done with it, and I'll grieve while I'm not on the phone with you. But like, being on the phone, you know, like Moby said with his situation, she probably wanted me to be mad at her directly to her. She felt
Nah,
like
she didn't want you to
wanted
be
to be
mad.
mad to absolve herself from guilt.
And not
Well-
only that, and she started crying, so you couldn't, because that's like the defense system. That's
well,
like,
see, but
that's what I said. That's some hella manipulative shit right there.
yeah,
just,
and that's the whole thing. That's why I wasn't like mad. I wasn't like yelling and stuff, but I was kind of like, I mean,
that's why you should have said and start doing whole shit.
I wasn't
need to
smooth enough
stop,
back then. I wasn't smooth enough back then to say that.
I wish
if I would have thought about it,
I wish I could go back in time and just like write it on a note real quick as you was talking, just like read this. You say, "Stop doing whole shit, dude."
So
I mean, but that's, I mean, because really, that's really what I meant to say. But
I mean, I know that's what I said. You just need to translate it. Stop doing whole shit.
I
Like,
mean, actually, what you
Yeah.
said was actually much more funny because you was like, "Well, stop kissing, dude." Like what?
and then like there was a pause after I said it because because I felt like she wanted to go into the whole crying thing. I'm sorry, don't cry, baby. Nah, it was a whole bunch of
Now I guess your attitude didn't let her off the hook, which is kind of cool because those tears are supposed to disarm us, and we're supposed to go, yeah, it's okay, like just it's gonna be all right, like I understand, but nah, he's like, just stop doing that whole shit then, all right.
We're going to sister.
Can you call me again tomorrow? Sure, you can call me if you stop doing that whole shit.
But I will also say at that point in time in my life, literally, I learned that I hold grudges, and so like.
Oh, that's when you learned you held grudges?
You had to know before then, right?
Yeah,
about a year or two before. That's when I learned that. Because when I was in high school, I didn't hold grudges. I didn't really hold grudges till I got older. And it was just like that I started holding grudges.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think I've explained that before on the show. One time.
Was it somebody from the opposite sex that did something?
Yeah, that we weren't even dating, but
I mean, it sounds like that should have been the moment you fucking answered this question with then.
No, but we weren't.
Leave him alone, man. Come on, man. You start to be AG now. Come on, man.
No. But this question was based on a significant other. The other thing was not a significant other person.
Then my story was fucked up too because it wasn't a significant other. Then I fucking answered the question wrong, and I apologize.
I mean, that's fine. But I put it in there, so reading is fundamental.
You're right.
Wow.
Ain't nobody got time.
He burned your ass.
Ain't nobody got time for books.
He said, fine, just read this fundamental. Ruben you savage, man. You say shit out of court. See, you won't say it you say it to your face, but you ain't gonna say it. You say some sideways shit. Come on, man. You are savage, bro. Did you hear what you just said? Come on, man.
Hey, I would have said that if he was right in front of me, too.
You know what? And that is the first time you have burned Moby ever.
Hey, bro.
Usually he's killing you, man. He is killing you.
But it's kind of hard to burn somebody after they already apologized for it. Like, you're right. I read it wrong.
I really wasn't.
That's why I was so savage. It was like, damn. Because that's why reading his fundamental almost under his breath. That was cold. That was cold. Damn, Ruben.
Yeah. You try to hype some shit up there.
Stop doing that.
If somebody look, when they listen to this podcast on Thursday and Friday, guess what they're gonna hear? Ooh, that was cold.
Goddamn Don King up in this piece.
Nah, man. Just saying.
AG Don King.
Nah,
but
man.
Nah.
I mean, you should know Ruben Cole. See how he just told that chick to stop doing whole shit? Like, you see how calm he said it too? Hey, just start kissing other dudes.
He really did.
I mean,
look, Ruben, you ain't wrong, cause that's the same way I described the story about the one person that broke up with me. I said it in such a nonchalant way that you would think it didn't bother me. It did bother me. It was just the only way to describe the story is like what happened, which is, on New Year's Day, she came to have dinner. I had cooked. And she was babbling and stumbling, and finally I put two and two together and I was like, are you trying to break up with me? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, that's all you have to say. Like, if you don't want to be together, that's cool. You still want to eat dinner? Like, I mean, I'm trying to eat.
I mean, I made all this shit. Like, what the
If I was a woman, that would infuriate me. That was awesome.
I mean, but because I said it that way because I didn't know where else to go because I'm like,
understand.
I felt like I had to walk her through the breakup process. I'm like, look, I've been on the other side of this. Like, I can give you some tips. Like, let me tell you how you do this. Like, all right, first of all, don't say it's you. I mean, don't say it's not you, it's me, because that's belittling. Just say, hey, you're in a place in your life where you realize that, this isn't working for you. Yeah. And, just, move about your business. But like, do you still want to eat? Because like, I did make this food. And it's right here, and we can eat. And then she was like, no, I think I should just go. And she left. So I called somebody else, and I'm like, hey, you want to come eat dinner? She's like, I thought you was having dinner with. I'm like, I mean, she just broke up with me, but I still got this food if you want to come eat. And she was like, stop playing. I'm like, I ain't playing about this steak Alfredo I made. Like, this shit got to get ate, bro. Like, I'm... And she came over and she thought I was joking. I'm like, nah, she just broke up with me. She was like, you all right? And I'm like, not really, but I just want to eat. And I mean, and
I eat by myself.
I said I want to eat, and honestly, I ain't trying to be by myself. Like, this. What's up? You want to eat?
That's how alcoholism starts, man.
Hey man, I'm just saying that's
And no,
there's a lot of power in that.
that story didn't end with me slinging it. We just talked, and she
I
left.
didn't say all that.
And I buried myself in my bed, and I just I got through. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I got through. I got through. Because that first night was weird because I was just like, so this is what it feels like when somebody breaks up with you. And then I was like, did somebody break up with me? Or did I break up with me? Because she didn't really say anything.
Responsibility.
She didn't really do anything. Like I kind of walked her through this. Like, what kind of fucked up shit is this? Like she came over to my goddamn house.
I'm starting to get the idea.
With me.
I'm starting to get the idea that you don't really understand what responsibility is when it belongs to the other person. Sir. Because yes, you did break up with yourself, and yes, she was a coward, and you allowed it.
I absolutely did. Absolutely. I won't deny that at all. I absolutely did. And part of me was that whole empathy thing, because I'm like, look, man, it probably took a lot for her to come over here and tell me this, and she's probably been festering on this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably should have picked up the cues that she wasn't happy, and I was like, man,
English, do you speak it?
I was like, fuck, man, Now, she spoke really good English. I mean, trust me, I know she spoke really good English because she's a teacher now.
But she couldn't talk.
She was a coward. There's a difference.
It was a different time, man.
No, she was a coward. She's still a coward.
I'm just saying, and a part of me was just like, processing all this because I was just like, man, I hope I still got that receipt. And I was like, once I found out I still had that receipt and I could return that ring, I was like, damn,
I thought that was the one.
We good now. I'm like, hey, shit.
I mean, that's when you
got
just
my money back.
Snaked your way out of a bull.
Hey, you got to put this last comment on there. That's interesting. A girl I was dating got pregnant by her ex because he had a car and I didn't. She got tired of always driving.
Hey, bro, there's always an excuse. There's always an excuse.
I don't know why it's not showing us, Brent.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
How you doing, Melanie? Sorry, it's been a minute. I meant to say something earlier, but these two went deep in.
Do you get in some type of sick satisfaction from knowing some chick kind of I wouldn't say did you dirty, but didn't do right by you, and then later on in life it completely backfired on them? I can't find satisfaction in that. I want to be petty like Ruben. I want to be petty like that, but I can't,
bruh.
Well, I mean, I don't even think that's petty. I think there's a human part of somebody who did you wrong and then got done wrong.
There's one word for that,
man. I mean,
there's
I'm
one
not
word for that.
necessarily proud or not of it. It's just whatever. It's like,
that's karma.
Man, I just whatever, man.
Yeah, fuck all that. That's what it is.
You leave me for a dude that it obviously trifling, and then you call me back while you have a black eye. Yeah, there's a part of me that's like, I don't ever want anybody to get hurt, but I'm like, yeah, that was kind of funny.
That's cold.
That was real cool, bro. I was like,
but it's true, and I'm just, maybe it's just me, but
that's savage.
What I'm saying is, if you, and again, I'm being truthful, if you leave me for someone that's fundamentally better, I get that. But if you leave me for somebody that's trifling, but they do the one thing, yeah, and then it turns out bad for them, I'm like, yeah, there's a little bit of me that's funny.
Okay, let me give you a different scenario. Let's say somebody left you for somebody who at the time seemed like they were a good option, and then years later that person ends up doing all the dirty stuff. Do you still feel bad for them, or do you just be like, hey, that's your fucking ass gets for leaving me, because I could, I wouldn't have done none of that shit?
Yeah, I'm still gonna feel that way because I have to go back and give it context, because I feel like if women are the smartest in the room, you should have known what everybody else knew about that dude. What you're telling me now is not new.
What if nobody knew? What if legit nobody knew? I mean, look, you
gotta give me something like he led a double life or something, because
okay, I can only give you my scenario, because Ruben, you can speak to this. When the person that broke up with me left me, a couple months later, she was engaged.
Okay, which I'm like, really? Okay.
And here's the thing, I never thought twice about that. I was like, honestly, at that time, I was kind of cool. And I was a hoe. But I was kind of cool at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So the hoe would soothe your wounds? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, no,
So-
it just meant I wasn't necessarily like invested in what was going on anymore in that
Understood.
situation. So I just
Understood.
didn't care. But, you know, at the end of the day, when we had met him and heard about him, like the one thing we all agreed on, Ruben shaking his head, but we all agreed on this, and I was
He was lame.
no, not just lame, because
Okay.
lame is figurative. We all said, "Oh man, that's a safe choice."
Oh yeah, definitely.
She went with the safe choice because,
Yeah.
like me, I was a terrible person, but I wasn't as safe as this dude.
Now we're back to this again. How?
So,
no,
hold on,
hear
hold on.
me out, hear me. Go explain, Ruben, because
Hold on. He's saying he wasn't safe. So basically, what he's not telling you is there is some other family stuff that went along with that, and her family didn't really like him,
didn't really vibe with me. They didn't really,
Okay.
they didn't really vibe with me.
but they vibed with this other dude who was actually worse.
Well, he turned out to be worse because at the time we
he
never.
was worse anyway. He was terrible.
We never identified. So AG, I'll give you all the facts.
Okay.
He already had a stable career. I'm still technically in college at the time. Family loved him because, you know, he had been around for a while, which they were not a fan of me at all. Like, at all. The worst thing that he did on a Friday or Saturday night was go play Dungeons and Dragons with his friends.
Okay.
Where me, I was out there living it up. so on the surface level, I always told myself, based on who she was, she's very conservative. I'm like, she went with the safe choice. And honestly, that gave me comfort because I'm just like, I get it. Safe choice, me. So years later, when
Yeah, he won't
it
say-
all went upside down. I mean, it just all went upside down. I never had that moment where I was just like, that's where you get. Like, I was just like, damn, it's fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So I'll say this: like, I don't think I would categorize it as "guess what you get." I would say, for me, I use the term more or less, "Yep, dodge that bullet," because like,
I mean, I agree with that because, like, to this day, I'm just like, that shit would have never worked.
yeah,
Like, as much as I was totally into it at the time, and like, there's a lot of good things that I got from that relationship, which is also why I don't have any negative feelings about it. When I look back at it, I'm just like, based on who I am right now, nah, wouldn't have worked.
and then there's
Wouldn't have
honestly,
worked. Best thing to happen for me,
honestly,
anyway.
There's sometimes like I feel like we set certain people up, like people that we used to date, and then you see who they're with now. You're just like, yeah, man, you can thank me for that. I did that shit.
Hey, look, I went on a streak for a while where everybody that I dated, the next person they got with, they ended up marrying. So I was the setup pitcher. You know what I'm saying? I want a closer, but you know, it's the 6th, 7th inning. You know what I'm saying? It's a tight game. You need to get to your closer. Holla at your boy.
Understood.
Holla at your boy. I got you.
I don't know, man. Like I said before, the way you broke up for her and the safe choice, the whole thing, a little bit of coward in that. Just saying, because I feel like, don't get me wrong, where you are now is where you're supposed to be. That's not, so this is a conversation outside of everything that's actually true. But in the moment, I feel like, and this is coming from what I would do. If I care for someone, I don't care what nobody else thinks. I don't. Now, I will listen to reason, but if you just out here just like not liking me because your dad said so.
See, she never went on a not liking me campaign. Like, it wasn't that.
Well, when I say
just-
that, I mean you're breaking up with me based on what someone else has said, and I haven't done anything to
to
you.
this day, I still don't really know the full reason why I got broken up with because I never really dove into the investigation. It was
Okay,
just
well.
like, are you happy? She was like, cool. A couple months later, found out she was engaged. Found out in a really weird way. neither here nor there. But then I was like, cool, showed up to the wedding, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was looking at me like I wasn't supposed to be there, and I rolled up in there like, hey, what it is, baby, I'm here, I don't care, I'm happy as hell for her. And I legit was, you know what I'm saying? And I mean,
And that's the thing, right?
that was a wild 48 hours.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing. Like, a lot of people, I guess the social norms say once you have broken up with somebody, you're supposed to remove yourself from their life. But, like, maybe that's not what's supposed to happen. And the fact that he went to her wedding, yeah, it probably pissed off some of her family. But she might have been a little weirded out, but I believe she invited him.
That's what I'm saying.
So, like,
that story. She invited him.
She braided my hair to go to the wedding. Like, I was just
Yeah,
talking about.
so like, you know, the
I had a
fact that-
date, you know what I'm saying? Like, I won't there to sabotage them. I intentionally made sure I had a date so wouldn't nobody think I was going in there to wreck something.
Yeah, but the problem is social norms dictate that the ex-boyfriend should not be at his ex's wedding, which is really stupid to me, but whatever. But this just goes to show that, you know, there are some people who are raised in a positive manner to basically be, look, because I mean, my mom tells me, you know, she says all the time, she was like, I don't care who you date or who you marry, I ain't gotta sleep with him. And I was just like, that's a win for mom, straight up. And she does. And the thing about it is, she could care less. Like, she's not one of those parents where I gotta like her. She's like, are you happy? If I'm happy, she don't give two shits. Like, she's not gonna come and try to sabotage the relationship, whatever. But she's also not gonna be like, I told you so. She's just gonna be like, everybody gotta live their life, and you live life the way you live your life. And hey, I'm here to be your mom and support you any way I can.
That whole being not supposed to be cool with your exes, I get it sometimes, but like, maybe I'm just weird because I don't have a bad relationship with any ex. Now, there may have been a time where they didn't necessarily like me, but I never have had a negative relationship with my exes. Like, matter of fact, the person in question, I mean, I still talk to her every once in a while, see how she's doing. Hell, the person in the story I gave, I mean, I just messaged her the other day because it was her birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still cool with her. I mean, we don't see each other, but like, when I care about somebody, I don't cut that shit off. Like, I'm not a cut the care off person. I might cut the contact out, but I don't cut the care off. Like, because I get boundaries too. Like, I ain't saying there can't be boundaries. I totally get boundaries. Boundaries ain't always been my best forte, but I'm getting older, wiser, smarter, better.
I mean, you know, X gets the happy birthday when it shows up on Facebook. Happy birthday. Glad you're still living. I mean, whatever. But you do what you do, you know, and it's just, and I don't necessarily have a problem with that. It's just one of those things where I completely understand if some people wants to shut off their ex.
Yeah,
just cool. Because, you know, it didn't work out. Or for whatever reason you choose to use. Like, I'm just like, like Moby, man, you know, I care about you. I may not conversate with you. I may not have talked to you in 5 years. But, you know, when happy birthday shows up on Facebook, you get the happy birthday such post. That's it. And if a conversation happens after that, it does. If it doesn't, I ain't sitting here, man, I can't believe she ain't contact me back. Like, I don't give two F's. Like,
that's small. I think that small talk conversation with your ex via text message is like sweet. Life. It's not. I think it's life, bro. Because it's so cool to ask somebody how things are going when you care, but you ain't got to be invested. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's like, hey, how's things going? They can tell you, can be like, oh man, you know, that's great, or oh man, that's tough, man. I hope everything works out. But you know what? Neither scenario makes me have to really be invested. True.
True.
It's like the first time as a guy, a woman around you says she's pregnant, and you know for goddamn sure it ain't yours. It's like, oh, this is what this is supposed to feel like. Like
That shit ain't mine, bitch. I mean, I've never had that happen.
I'm just saying.
If that did happen to me, younger me would have been just like that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like back in the day, if you know somebody you may or may not have been engaged with was like, I'm pregnant, you had to pause, like you started doing the math in your head, like. But you know, it's cool when somebody can say I'm pregnant, and you know for goddamn sure there's no fucking way it can be yours. Like, oh really? Congratulations! Like, you can really feel that shit in your soul. Like, congrats! Like, oh shit! How long? When'd you find out?
It's like the weight. You know what ain't yours. There ain't no weight on your neck. Oh, that's
yeah,
mine.
Who the pappy of that dead kid?
As far as I know, I've never had anything like that. Yeah, so I mean, look, it's just, I mean, I've dodged some bullets. You know, I did this thing a couple times in my life, and you know, good, bad, or indifferent. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm a simple dude, man. You know, that ain't my baby. Yeah, it is. Girl, I didn't hit that.
The math ain't mathing, baby.
Nah. And plus, I just got a vasectomy. That shit ain't mine. Like when I see the little all the joints on TikTok, I'm like, yeah, we together. This ain't your baby, but we should take care of it. Oh, that's not my baby? Then we broke up.
Like, part of the game.
Yeah, it's that. Especially when we're together, when you got pregnant, and that shit ain't mine, bruh. Like, come on now. That's just, yeah. But we should take care of it so it could be yours. Are you getting child support for that?
I mean, no. Y'all should take care of it, and I'll be able, you know, I wish it the best. You know what I'm saying? I wish it. I mean, because I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I don't know if it's a boy or girl, AG. So
I know it just sounded so bad.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm sorry.
No.
I wish them the best. You know what I'm saying? That's pronoun safe.
I'm sorry, man. I'm being a libtard right now. I'm sorry to be concentrating on these pronouns and whatnot. My bad.
But it's funny, man. It's funny when I see those, man. And then the girl's like, we can take care together. Who's we? You and that other dude? Because that ain't mine. Yeah, you can raise it as your own. What?
Yeah.
Nah, man, your game messed up.
Yeah, and shouldn't no woman offer that to a guy as if that is a prize?
And furthermore, you'll have your shit out on the doorstep in the morning. Just don't even come back. We not, because at that point in time, that's an instant breakup. That's not even a let me think about this shit. That is instant. Because I don't want you ever thinking about, I'm going to sit here and take care of your baby in your stomach that won't there when we started dating. Because if it was there we started dating, different.
I'm about to say, what
that means I have choices.
I'm going to say, what if she was pregnant and didn't know? Started dating you.
Once again, we do the math. If it ain't,
we do the math. Hold on, carry the one.
That's damn straight. You know? Hey, wait a minute. I smashed on the second date. That shit ain't mine. Because you had for 4 months. We've been together for 3. And then I can make a decision after that. But if it's 4 months in, there ain't no decision to be made, probably.
Hey, shout out to the stepdads, man. Shout out to the
stepdaddy.
And I mean that sincerely, man, because like that is, I don't think some women realize like how much there's almost nothing to gain for a guy being a stepdad. And I don't mean like, oh, the love of the kid, blah, blah. I'm just saying, when you a stepdaddy, if she and him do not work, like there's nothing he can do to maintain a relationship with that kid that's legally standing. So like he's gonna invest all his time and love into a child that can be taken away at any point in time. So like there's a lot of risk and reward in that. So I give big love and big shout outs to any guy who has accepted that and embraced that. You know what I'm saying? We have two friends who have done that. Ike Love, we give him much love, shout out for that. And then Ron, much love for Ron. He's embraced that shit, and I'm just like, hey man, that's so much respect for that.
And the kids love them too.
Yep.
But Lord forbid if there was one who was questionable. Ooh, we got to think about that. And that's just what it is. Like, and that's the thing, man. Like, in my life, in my age, could I be a stepdaddy? Yes. Do I want to be a stepdaddy? I don't know. However, you know, when it's all said and done, the first time we have a conversation and you tell me that, you know, after X amount of years being together and whatever, and you tell me I can't discipline your child, then me and you gonna have a conversation. Because at that point in time, I put in some work. And like, I think it's really messed up.
Realistically, that needs to be discussed.
Yeah.
In the relationship.
Yeah. It's like, you can't just one day, we've been together 4 years, and everything been cool, and one day you be like, don't discipline my child. What? You know what? That's great. Deuces. Because that's what will happen. Because it's not fair.
I mean, you feel like that would happen, but if you've been loving in a child's life for 4 years, it's hard to just be like deuces.
Well, you're right. but the hope is, and that's the big hope, right? Like, the relationship is created between you and the children or the child, so it's not a situation in which the discipline thing is a situation. You know what I'm saying? That's what the hope is.
No, I'm just saying, because like I coach kids.
Yeah.
I coach kids. They not even mine. I coach kids. And the idea of me like just throwing some of them away because they did some effed up stuff is hard, man.
Well, that's different. But I was saying more with the relationship with the mother.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
But
because I used to work
it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing though, man. Because if you have a falling out with the mother, that don't mean you have a falling out with the kid. But you also do realize that they're together. It's a package deal.
Well, I guess I'm saying more or less when the kid is being disrespectful. And
yeah, that's a different thing. That's a different.
Yeah, that's different. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
I mean, our philosophy, what we coach is we hit kids. No. I'm just saying it's football. That's why we say it, because it's past stuff. But it is funny to say our philosophy is we hit kids. Bro.
Oh shit! Well,
and some coaches be like, "Hey, bro, we jump kids, bro. We ain't got no problem with that. We jump kids." Like,
look at AG Pearl Clutcher, man. AG with a Pearl Clutcher.
He about to take your show from you, fool. I'm just letting you know. He about to take. He said we hit kids. They gonna come get you, Ruben.
Nah, they come get him.
Nah, they gonna come get him.
Once again, which is why I put that back in. We just talking about football wise because they got passed. Like, we hit kids over here, bro.
We like, whose name on the show? Oh, that dude.
Yep.
Hey,
That's kids.
So, oh man, hilarious show. Wow. AG, what's on your mind?
At this point, nothing, man. We've talked about everything I was ever gonna say. I mean,
I was ever gonna say.
Like, yeah, I'm never talking again. We covered it all. That's it.
exactly. I mean, it's been a rough week for one day, and that day is past. And I'm good going forward, and it is what it is, folks. If you gotta not talk to somebody in your family, do that. Take care of yourself mentally, because if you can't be a gracious winner, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to talk to you, because I feel some type of way about this, but I'm okay. So that's all that's on my mind.
Awesome. Moby, what's on your mind?
Hey, parents, stay in your place, man. Like, be cool. Just be cool. Nah, I gotta explain. So, it's playoff time in football.
Oh, did y'all win?
Yeah, we won. So,
Yay.
but that's not even what I'm talking about. We
I just
won.
wanted to.
We win our game early in the day. You know what I'm saying? So in the evening, the team that we're going to play next week, the two teams that one of them we may play next week, we're playing. So I go to the game. I'm peeping the game. We've already played the team before. We beat them before, kind of like 1.5 times, because we played them and the game got stopped, and then we had to finish the game another day. So I'm in the bleachers, minding my business, not saying nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's because that's what I do. I just be chilling. I'm in the top of the bleachers, and I'm looking at the game. I pull my phone out because I'm seeing a formation that they're running that I didn't see before. So, hey, I'm gonna take a picture of this formation, make a mental picture. You know, I run defense, so that's what I'm trying to prepare for. Two ladies walk up the bleachers. They're coming straight for me. Now, granted, Cadence and my wife are like four rows down. I'm sitting at the top, so I get a better view, but they chilling. These two ladies walk right past, come right up to me while I'm holding the phone out, and this nice young lady, this nice young lady, comes up to me, who I do not know at all. Never seen her before, never talked to her before, didn't know she existed until this moment in time. She walks up to me and she goes, "You know we're gonna kick y'all ass next week."
Oh.
Alrighty then.
And I put the phone down and I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm just letting you know we're gonna kick y'all ass next week." And I put the phone down again. I go, okay. And I put the phone back up and she's like, "No, I'm just saying it's gonna be bad." And I was like, okay, I don't play, so nobody's gonna do anything to me. I'm not gonna be on the field. And she was like, "Well, I know you coach over there." Yeah, I do. But I also don't engage in trash talking to parents who also aren't going to be on the field. So, I mean, you win. Like, y'all gonna kick our ass, cool. And she was like, "I hate y'all." And I'm like, "I don't know what we did to y'all. I don't know what we did, but I apologize for whatever damage was done in your life based on the colors that I'm wearing currently." And I'm like, look, I'm sorry. I really don't engage in trash talk. It's rec football. Even if it wasn't rec football, I'm a coach. I don't engage in trash talk. It's just not what I do. I'm like, maybe some other coaches out here, maybe you're thinking about one of the other coaches on our team that would love to engage in this back and forth with you. Not interested. You got it. And she was like, "Okay, well, since you ain't," she's like, "But you the coach over there, right?" "Yeah." She's like, "You the head coach? So you came over here and talked to me, not even knowing if I was the head coach. Like, I could be anybody. You just have seen the beard on the sideline, seen me talking to kids. You was like, this nigga look like he's in charge. I'm about to go talk some shit to him." So I go, "No, I'm not the head coach. I don't have any desire to be a head coach, but no." And I go, "But I got a question. Why did you feel so comfortable coming over, bringing all that aggressiveness towards me as if I was your enemy?" I'm like, what did my location do to you that was so bad?" And she goes, "No, I just always hated y'all." Once again, that's not answering the question for me, ma'am. I just want to know why.
Hated y'all.
Like, I just want to know why you don't like us. And she was like, "You know why I don't like y'all." "No, I don't. Because I just got there." And she was like, "Oh, you ain't been there before? So wait a minute. You came up here to talk shit to me. And you really don't know shit about me."
Gotta love our people. Gotta love our people.
I'm like, yo, I just got here. I just got here. And she was like, "Where were you before?" Why does it even matter? But I tell them, "Look, I was at this. So why'd you come to this one?" "Because, I mean, I just want to come to this association. Like, we're good. I ain't got no problem with the other association. Like, if that's you trying to stir the pot, like, no, I'm cool with the other organization too. I was just at their game rooting for them." And she was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, I guess. But so they sent you to over here. I mean, I'm a grown ass man. Ain't nobody sending me anywhere. Like I'm just here trying to watch the game. Like I hope your team is as successful as you want it to be. I'm not trying to talk trash to you. That's not what I do. She was She was like, you just try. I'm like, I'm not trying to do anything. I don't talk trash about something that I'm not doing. I'm a coach. I call the plays. They run the plays or they don't run the plays. We win the game. I'm like, I don't care who wins the game. I mean, I'm competitive. I want to win, but I ain't losing no sleep either way. And she was like, well, I just wanted you to know. It's like, I know you over here trying to figure out how y'all going to beat us. And I'm like, well, no disrespect, but we've already done that. And I'm like, look, we've already done that. And I mean, look, maybe the third time's a charm. Y'all got it. Y'all got it this time. And I'm like, y'all a good team. I'm like, I just hope and when I coach, I hope all the kids are safe and nobody gets injured. Everybody gets to go home. And she's, And I'm just like, hey, look, I'm sorry for the animosity. I'm sorry I'm not giving you the trash talk you want, but it's not what I do. And I'm just like, I'm like, I don't even know who you root for. I'm like, your kid play? She's like, yeah, my kid plays out there. He was dominating y'all. And I was like, who? And she said the number. And I was just like, who? This stung. Now, I didn't even think about this until after I had said it. And I'm like, 88. And I said, Cadence, was it 88 the person that ain't that the tackle that's in front of you? She was like, yeah, the big one. She was like, yeah, that's who lines up in front of me. That's the defensive tackle. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, oh, he plays for Crenshaw? And I was like, you mean she? And yeah, she was blocking your son. That's why I didn't know who your son was, because he didn't make a single play in the game when he played the first time. So I didn't even know who your kid was. Like, I
love the petty.
I wasn't even trying to be petty. I wasn't being petty at all, and I kept it light. I was joking with her. I'm just like, hey man, I'm like, yeah man, I know the organization I'm at now has a lot of enemies because the people at the head of our organization do talk a lot of cash shit all the time. So I kind of know why people don't like us, but I'm like, that ain't got shit to do with me. So I kept it light with her. I'm just like, and she was like, who do you root for in the NFL? I'm like, hey.
See, we doing too much.
We doing too much. She was like, you like the Cowboys? I'm like, nah. And she was like, see, I already knew I hated you. And I'm like, whoa.
Jesus.
Whoa. Why you gotta hate me? She was like, well, who do you like? I'm like, look, this is why I don't talk a lot of shit, because I'm a Raiders fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had shit to say in a long time, so I just keep quiet. And she was like, yeah, y'all team is awful. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, we've been about as relevant in the last 25 years as your team.
Why can you just let it go, man? Why can you just let it go, man?
Because she asked for that. She asked for that.
She really did. I'm just saying, man.
Nope.
So then at halftime, I walk away. I go back down. I'm talking to Winter and Cadence, and she still rolls up in front of me, and they're blowing some team out. Some team that sucks. We played that team earlier in the season. And we blew them out. Now I don't mean that in a negative way, but they're clearly a more talented team. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have been a close game, which it kind of wasn't. But it gets towards the end, and she goes, oh, I can't wait to play Crenshaw next week and kick their ass. And Cadence starts laughing because Cadence knows what was being said. And Cadence just starts laughing, and I just put my head down. And the lady beside her was like, why are you saying that? And she was like, he heard me. And I turned around, I'm just like, you got it, baby. Like, you got it. As we leave, and I'm just like, hey, see you next week, and I hope all your dreams come true.
See, now that was petty. That part was petty.
But I'm just saying, I'm just like, yo, like, why are you talking trash? Like, this is rec football, man. Like, what's gonna happen? Y'all gonna win, maybe, and then y'all gonna go on to the next round. Yay. Like, what are we doing? Like, yeah, it'd be one thing if we had played it like some barn burner game early in the season. Like, oh man, it was just a tough Dragon Ball game. Y'all didn't score. You didn't score.
Nice.
And our best player was hurt. And you didn't score. And here's the thing: they're a really talented team. They are fully capable of beating us. But I just want to know why she was so confident. Like, what has happened? Like, I was honestly, she got in my head because I'm literally going home thinking, why the fuck is she so goddamn confident that they're going to win? Because is she seeing something that I'm not? Because I mean, I'm seeing that they're a good team, but I'm not seeing that some team that's going to come bust our shit. Like, it's just, I'm not seeing it. And then I'm just like, why was she so comfortable coming to me? Like, one of the other coaches were there. And he's way more active in the coaching scene than me. So I'm like, why'd you pick me, the person who is historically not in pictures? Nobody really knows my name. I mean, I am intentionally in the background on purpose, yet she spotted me. Minding my fucking business. Hey, stay in your lane, parents. Like, just be a fucking parent. Like, because I ain't gonna lie. If we win next week, and she's on the field, I'm gonna go say something to her.
No.
Be very nice.
This is what you do. You just turn and look at her, and you just point.
Nah, man, that's not me. I'm gonna go up there and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Sorry it didn't work out. I'm just like, sorry it didn't work out the way you wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was rooting for y'all. From the bottom of my heart, I was rooting for y'all. Because I just want all the kids to win. Too bad everybody can't win. But I am gonna find her because I mean, you can't be saying all that shit. Me not come find you. Like, hey, you still feel confident about kicking her ass? Now, if they do win, I'll be like, hey, baby, you knew something I didn't. Hey, big ups. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knew you voted for Trump? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knew?
Oh, wow. Who knew you voted for Trump?
But yeah, man, parents, stay in your lane, man. Please don't talk trash to coaches, especially people who don't want to engage in back. Like, if I was one of the, like, my man Bruce, the head coach, oh, he would have loved if he was there because he'd have been going back and forth. Cause he's a shit talker. I'm not.
It'd have been like, F y'all kids.
Yeah, he probably would have. He'd probably be like, ooh, 88, man, that big soft ass motherfucker. We ain't even see him last game, bro. Like, hopefully he show up this game.
Yo, that was messed up. You make Cadence get up in there. Oh, that's it. Yeah, he in front of me. Oh, I didn't know he was because I see it.
But here's the thing: I don't really be paying attention to kids' numbers. Like,
I mean,
I ain't doing game plans on people like that. Ain't no JJ Watts out here. Ain't no game records like that in rec. Like, basically, like, hey, that tall kid over there, he's pretty good. Or that light skinned one right there, yeah, he's fast. You know what I'm saying? That's all the game planning I do. Like,
I hope y'all beat the crap out of her.
I mean, you know, I hope her dreams come true, man.
Is it the Final Four now?
Nah.
Oh, Final 8? Grade 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Elite 8, excuse me.
But no, man, she was so confident, bro. Like, she came with me.
Appreciate her confidence.
Here's the thing, like, she came up to me like I knew her, and honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I was starting to question myself because I'm like, yo, is this somebody like I knew 15, 16 years ago? You know what I'm saying? You know, because she came with that like purposeful walk in my direction that I'm just like trying to
calculate. You're a coach of a team that her team's about to play.
Hey, man, but that's not how I looked when she was coming at me. I'm just like, hey, man, this is somebody that I knew from like 18, 16 years ago. She about to do this in front of my wife. Like, this what we doing? Like,
Is this what we do?
So I was almost relieved when she was like, you know, we're gonna kick your ass next week. Oh, thank God. You're just a crazy ass parent. You're just a crazy ass parent.
I don't recognize you.
Yeah, you just
shit. I hope I didn't smash.
Yeah, I thought you was about to be like, yeah, you know, number 88 yours.
That'd have been an interesting ride home.
Yeah, because then I'd have been like, God damn it, you mean I ain't give him no talent? I'm sorry, her son's actually pretty decent. I didn't mean that was messed up.
Too late now.
Hey, but yeah, I did find out that my dad may or may not have another kid.
Are you serious?
Okay, hear me out.
Hold on. With his current wife?
No.
And not your mama?
No.
Before current wife?
It'd have to mathematically be after. But here's the thing. And I'm saying this in kind of jest, so calm down, Ruben. It's kind of jest. But there is another Tico Brown. And I've known about the other Tico Brown for a while because he went to Central Michigan and he was a defensive lineman for Central Michigan. And now he plays for TCU. So we were watching football, me and Cadence, and I was like, yeah, Tico Brown plays up here. And she looked at me and I was like, yeah, Tico Brown. And she was like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And like, so she pulls up the Wikipedia. And she Googles and she was like, yeah, Tico Brown. And then I read like biographical stuff and I'm just like, ooh, hometown, Kokomo, Indiana. My dad's hometown, Kokomo, Indiana. So then I'm looking at the measurables because I'm like, all right, so he's like 20, 21 now. When I was like 20, 21, I'm 6'2", 6'3". When I played football, I was like 285, 295. His height and weight, 6'2", 285. I'm just like, So now I'm like, let me go look at the picture. I look at the picture, I'm just like,
darker.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know what the mom look like.
You seen a resemblance?
I mean, if you look at anybody hard enough, you can try to make a resemblance there. But truthfully, I think it's just from the hometown. There's been a couple people that named their kids after my dad in Kokomo, Indiana, because he was kind of a big deal there. Yeah, because he still got the Indiana high jump record. He's in the Indiana Sports Hall of Fame. So I'm like, honestly, but I was just like, man, that's eerie that we were like the same size, played the same position in college.
You reach out to your dad?
I mean, I ain't gonna talk to him about that because he's gonna be like, yeah, but he always told me there were people that named, and I already knew that when I went to court that there were other people named Tico Brown, and there's actually a couple of people named Tico Brown, which I'm just like, why the fuck did somebody investigate your whole name? Tico Brown was enough. But yeah, I just thought that was funny because we were like, Kate was looking at it, I was just like, yeah. And she was like, so is that your, I'm like, hey, let's not start these rumors, buddy. Let's not start these rumors. Like, I just found out about one 15 years ago, man. I don't need to find out about any more siblings. Like, I'm good.
So, funny part about this, because I looked it up. His picture is on the same picture, like with your dad.
Yep.
That's so messed up on so
Well, because
many levels.
my dad has his own Wikipedia page too, and it's under Tico Brown. So
Yeah, but like the picture of the kid, like you pull up Tico Brown, pulls up dad.
It's people with the same name from the same city, both playing sports. So it's of course Google's gonna find correlation in it.
Even though it only says he only has one kid though, but whatever.
Who?
Your dad. Just because Ryan is played professional. Like
yeah, actually, if you go on his Wikipedia page, I'm mentioned in it, but I ain't nobody important.
Where?
Yeah, I mentioned way down in like background. It'll say something about he has another son, but that's I'm nobody important. I'm cool with that. I'm good. I'm good on that.
Yeah, one of Tico's sons.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow, interesting.
But yeah, I just thought that was weird.
That's pretty awesome. Your dad has a Wikipedia page.
I'm gonna make a Wikipedia page for myself. Put the other Tico Brown. The other.
I wonder how many Tico. You know what?
There's a lot. There's actually a lot of Tico Brown.
From Kokomo, Indiana?
No, but there are at least 2 or 3 from Kokomo, Indiana.
Interesting.
One's in prison though, so I think we're good on that.
So you're not trying to claim that one?
That's not. I'm not trying to claim that one. It's just he had warrants when I went to court one time, and I was like, yeah, that's not me.
They didn't check the social. What the fuck? Like, what kind of shoddy jobs going on here?
Hey, look, man, I didn't ask no questions. I was like, that ain't me.
Awesome.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, man. It's been a very, very, very interesting episode of 5 Minute Warning today. I'd like to thank everybody who listened, to listen to us live and listen to us on the podcast. It'll be out this weekend. I'd like to thank Moby, I'd like to thank AG. Yo, man, it's a good episode. It's a good episode. Can't wait till next week. Episode 251 in the books. Once again, tell an enemy, tell a friend, just tell somebody about us. We are here at 9 p.m. every Sunday, Eastern Standard Time. And yo, if there's one thing we do, we're pretty honest up here. So that in itself is worth listening to. So for myself, excuse me, for Moby, for AG, I'd like to thank you for listening. And like I said, we'll see you next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.